Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everybody has had a good week. Looking forward to the weekend. We have a spring break starting, so that's exciting. Unfortunately, it is rainy and crappy and all the other things, but to be expected when spring comes. How's everybody doing? She exposed a lot of influencers and MLM scams. Yeah, I enjoy her. And I particularly enjoyed the video she did on Gray because everyone knows that Gray cannot handle any opinions. Um, he's a very strange guy, right? Oh, thank you, Goody. I am. Good morning. Good morning. Excuse me 1 minute. Oh, had a yawn. This type of weather makes me so tired. Anyway, he sure is an odd one. He really is. There is something, you know. Oh, you haven't, Cinder? She's actually really entertaining, very pretty. Very smart. I like the way she does things. Hey, Mystic, thank you. Be number 80 on the way in. I just watched before your stream started. I liked her. She's spot on. Did you really, Auburn? Miss Jess. Yeah, I figured let's do something a little bit different. I was also I can upload it, right? Of course. Let me get my headphones. I was gonna go on camera since somebody claims that I'm afraid to, as they sit in the dark. But to be honest, I was going to purposely sit in the dark. And then I was like, you know what? I got a better idea. So we actually have, I don't know, we might do a little bit of this and then jump into something else. I got a whole lot to say about, but I made a funny thumbnail. So I don't want to give it away. We'll wait. We'll see. Maybe we'll do this, end it, and then do another stream. I don't know.
Hey, what's up?
Maybe.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, fantastic. I just wanted to point out, I just looked at our video again because I watched it, it was recommended. The two things I would just like, I agree that Gray is very thin-skinned, which is not good, and also the e-baking is really fucking bad. Um,
Oh,
but the problem
excuse me.
with her video, I would say, is that she said that he pushes a dangerous opinion. Or was everyone able to hear me? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I can already put a one in the chat if you can hear beats him. I believe so because I can.
Okay. And the one thing I would say that her problem with her video is that she said that he pushes a very dangerous opinion, in her
Hmm.
opinion, which, by the way, that could be considered close to a statement of fact. But she never showed any sort of examples of him pushing, I believe, a dangerous opinion in her video.
Mm.
And another issue is that it's kind of ironic that she shows that lawyer with the long hair, saying, "Oh, he's good" and so forth. Meanwhile, he's reviewing Turtle Boy, who, by the way, is pushing a dangerous opinion. I'm just saying, it's kind of funny a little bit.
It's a good
Uh,
point.
and I think, like, when you state someone's pushing a dangerous opinion, you are kind of on that border of stating something that is a statement of fact to an opinion that could possibly, you know what I mean? Like, I know she
Right.
meant
It's a
this.
thin line.
It's a very, very thin line, and I think that's a major criticism I have of her video. I think the e-begging, I mean, she made the e-begging point, all right. And I also think, like, being thin-skinned, is she made that point, but that to me is like the main problem with her video. She did not show that, and I feel that was kind of lazy of her. And I feel that, making a blanket statement like that is kind of crazy. Especially, like, you can say a lot of shit about Gray. You could say, well, he's thin-skinned. You could say he e-begs a lot for the charities and stuff like that. But you can't really say he doesn't do fucking research. The guy does a lot of research in the subject. And I think a lot of people would give him credit for that. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean he does a lot of research and everything. I think the problem is he thinks that he's the only one that does research and he's the only one that has it correct, right?
yeah,
So it's like,
I think that is a problem. I thought him basically going after that lady that was sitting in on that like the Delphi trial,
yeah.
was very stupid. I thought the truth of the matter is that you should be happy the more people that are into a case, because that means a wider net. Like when people talk about a case more, that's actually raises everyone's boat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of just one person talking about it, because true crime is a giant net, and the more people that are out there with the net, the more people you can capture to watch these videos, and the more people that will be interested. And I thought that him going after that, getting mad at her for covering that, he should have actually befriended her and actually kind of like, hey, you want to go on the show, or maybe I can jump on your show and we can be like, we can collab and stuff like that. I thought he should have done that, to be honest with you.
Well, I think at first he tried befriending her, and then he like insulted her like he does with
Yeah,
everybody.
which I think is not a smart move. I think that's the problem. And this, by the way, I mean, I've
He's
talked.
arrogant. That's the problem. He's an arrogant piece of shit. I'll never
Oh,
forget when he came for me because during the Stephen Stearns, he had on the old roommate. And the old roommate said at that time that they were aware that Stephen was not only a peep and Tom, but that he had child corn on his computer, but that the mother paid off the other roommate whose girlfriend it was that he was peeping Tom on to keep his mouth shut. And I took issue with the fact that this guy's openly admitting that he knew over a decade plus ago that Stefan was into children and he never spoke up himself. And the
mhm.
way that Gray like justified it for him and then came in and started arguing with me. And I'm like, it's just as creepy that you don't find an issue with that. Everybody
Yeah,
should have an issue.
I find an issue if I found that a friend of mine was doing that. I'd definitely report him to the police. Like
Right.
that would have been the first thing I would have done. I've been like, bro, no, one, we're not friends. I probably wouldn't alert him actually at first. I'd
That you
probably
even
report him.
know, right?
Yeah,
Right
I'd
to the
probably
police.
report him to the police, and then we wouldn't be friends. I mean, obviously, we would not be friends anymore, because I find that disgusting behavior. And I would actually hope they catch him, and I'd be like, listen, I'd go to the police and be like, listen, this guy showed me this fucking thing or told me this, and what do I need to do to get this guy to go to jail? Like, do
Right.
you need me to like sign an affidavit or what? Because I would be thinking like, because like usually with that type of people, it's the fantasies first, and then they want to enact the fantasy. So to me, it's like
Right.
you're one step from actually enacting your fantasy, which
And the
is
fact that they all remained quiet on the basis that the mother, paid them off to be quiet. I'm like, are you kidding
yeah.
me?
In that case, yeah.
I'm going to try to switch headphones really quick if you don't mind.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Heather. I'll play it in just a minute, big girl. Hey, going solo. Okay, I'm going to switch really quick.
No problem. I did like her lamp though. Her lamp is pretty cool though. That CC with the lamp with a bunch of papers in it. I actually thought that was kind of cool. I will give her that much for sure. But yeah, that's the only thing I had a problem with her. With her, that you say that he pushes a dangerous theories, and you didn't show an example of it. So, and it dangerously close. So I would probably recommend her if I was talking to her. I'd be like, you should probably show an example of that, or at least have that in your folder just in case you get litigation. Because as much as you might like laugh at the fact that you might get frivolously, say, oh, I'll win this lawsuit, whatever, it still will cost you money. and
Mm-hmm.
and the
That
fact,
part.
and what would be like something that would worry me if I was her is a guy's fucking on emails with her at 1 a.m, which, by the way, another individual does that a lot, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, that means you really pissed off this person, and you don't need to, like, they don't need to win the lawsuit to cost you money.
Right. That's the whole point. For a lot of people, the whole point is just to cost money, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. I mean, I'm with her on the fact that a lot of people throw it around without realizing like what actual defamation is and what
Mhm.
standing you would have. But at the same time, it's nice that she
Ah,
isn't aware of frivolous litigation because there obviously is a ton of it taking place.
I would say that she's dangerously close when she said he makes, pushing dangerous theories or
Dangerous.
whatnot.
Yeah.
It's dangerously close, because you could say that's your opinion on that, but like you didn't show examples and you didn't really do anything. So my advice to her is probably walk that back, or either get some proof of that.
Well, I think honestly, I don't know. I may have to disagree with you here because the fact that she said she feels he pushes dangerous content or opinions, what was the exact statement?
I think dangerous theories or something like that.
Dangerous theories. Now, I think it becomes defamation when she backs it up with why, right? Like, I
No,
could be wrong,
no, because if she backs it up, that would be something that she bases her opinions on.
right?
So,
But then you have to prove that that's dangerous, right? Like, all right, an example. I can say that I think Joseph Lasniak is a corrupt attorney. Now,
mhm.
if I follow that up with I think he's a corrupt attorney, um, or let's say Trump. Because Lasny, I can run with this. Let's say Trump. If I say I think Trump is the worst president ever, and he's dangerous, and I follow up with he's dangerous because he's involved in the misplacement and kidnapping of hundreds of children, that then becomes defamatory because I have to prove that
No,
he's doing that with children. No,
no, that's not a good example because you just stated defamation on that whole thing about the children. You put up a different theory.
right?
When
I
you
was
say like
trying to be defamatory on
yeah,
purpose.
yeah, I know, but that would be separate. She says dangerous theories. Well, she didn't show an example of dangerous theories, and if since his whole job is based upon theory crafting on a true crime, you can make an argument that that would actually be something that would actually affect his business. Uh,
Oh, let
so
me.
basically, he's a theory crafter for true crime. So unless you show proof on why he's pushing dangerous theories, that could be an issue, a passable issue. And that's why I would say like she should probably walk that back or have at least a couple of clips to defend herself just in case he comes at her. Because
Right
it's like, it's a dangerous thin line, which it is an opinion, but it can also be taken as a statement of fact.
here. Let's
That's a
play
fact.
that part where she says it. Let's get the full. God, she's so pretty.
The only positive thing I have to say about it because I don't like his theories. And there's a difference between like perpetuating, dangerous theories and derailing things. And then there's actually just like saying like possibilities, right? And it's harmless to talk about that. I mean, that can get people talking, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't.
Oh, I don't know. Does she necessarily say he's pushing dangerous theories?
It can be implied.
It can be implied, right? The implication is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, like the implications there. I just think it's well, B Tim is always wrong. Well, I'm actually a lot of times right, but
Yeah, I do find you to be right a lot of times, and
I'm
honestly,
actually right a lot of times. I'm just saying. I don't need to brag, man, but I am right a lot of times. Not you, Grant. I'm talking about
no,
me.
no, no, no. I know Cheryl just comes in and kind of like pokes and then disappears. You
Yeah,
know,
no problem.
that's what she does. She is so pretty. But all right, so what do you guys think? Do you think that that what she said could borderline defamation? She's walking a thin line, or do you think it was protected speech? Slippery. Chai says it's slippery for sure.
It's very slippery, and I would say like I think like even if it is her opinion, I think she did an injustice to her video by not showing examples of why bring that up without showing examples of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you would do that, right? If like let's say like you wanted to show me like let's say I was pushing batshit crazy theories, right? Or things that you believe that you didn't agree with. You would show the examples of it and you would say, well, this is why this is wrong, this is why B Tim's wrong here, and you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying. I get it. I
They
see.
You want to hear more context? All right, let's start 10
Yeah.
seconds before and 10 seconds after.
What am I talking about? He has over 150,000 followers already. Like I just passed him this year in subscribers. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I do like his dedication. He is consistent with his live streams and stuff like that. I guess that's really the only positive thing I have to say about it because I don't like his theories. And there's a difference between like perpetuating, dangerous theories and derailing things. And then there's actually just like saying like possibilities, right? And it's harmless to talk about that. I mean, that can get people talking, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay.
Okay. Now, when I listen the second time, I get where exactly she's saying that he does push dangerous theories.
Yeah, and I just think that's it. And listen, someone says because she supports Turtle Boy. I don't know if she supports Turtle Boy. I don't know.
I don't think she supports Turtle Boy.
I didn't think she supported Turtle Boy. I thought she was just pointing out an example of a legal YouTuber, lawyer,
Right.
that guy with the long hair, and he kind of supports a lot of the free Karen stuff. But like, I didn't criticize her other avenues of her video. I didn't say like, oh, she's wrong about Gray Hughes being thin skinned or she's wrong about Gray Hughes e-bagging. I didn't say that because honestly, that's unfortunately a flaw that Gray Hughes has. And by the way, I don't like saying it because I kind of I mean, I've had a conversation with Gray Hughes. I didn't have a bad situation with Gray Hughes, actually, my conversation with him a couple of years ago. But like, I'm a pretty honest person. I'm like, you know what I mean? That's just
Right.
how it is. I think like it actually hurts his content by being thin skinned like that and doing kind of forcing like that, oh, we need donations. We need donations. It's like, it's a donation, so people should not be forced to give. You know what I mean? I think that's a problem, and it actually hurts his channel. And
Oh, I agree.
I wish he would stop it and just focus on if he gets the donation, he gets it, and just focus on that and don't pay attention to all these people because the more you feed into it, the more it's like throwing fuel on the fire, man, and it's not a good thing to do.
The problem is, though, he is entirely too greedy. Now, Jill says giving examples would help solidify her opinion or theory, but do you think that then crosses into that's where I think it would become defamatory? I don't know.
Why showing proof would be defamatory?
Well, because you can't show proof to your opinion, right? You can have your opinion,
Well,
but
you
you
have
can't make
to,
it a
I mean,
fact.
aren't opinions based upon things you see?
Right, but then aren't you at that point make it into a fact by then showing?
No, I mean, you have to base your opinion on something. Like, you can't just make up shit about someone. Like
Uh,
you know what I mean? Like when you say,
yeah,
I believe Joseph Lazniak is, I'm not going to say it because
right.
obviously your channel, then you can just show, like, you show what you based your opinion on that. But if you just make a blanket statement about that, then, you know what I mean? That's not good. You have to, that's
See,
kind of critical of you.
part of what did save me and the filing is I did call Joseph Lazniak corrupt. Now, I absolutely did, and that's protected by being my opinion. My opinion is he's corrupt. Now, the attorneys that I spoke with said if I would have followed that up with reasons why I believe he's corrupt, and those reasons weren't, based on fact, they were based on my opinion, then I traveled into defamation.
Mm,
So that's
I
where
don't
I was
know.
getting that from. But I mean, this is clearly a different type of situation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I think and like, the thing is like, I know she's, I don't know how young this lady is, but she looks pretty young to me. But
Yeah, I think
I
she's in her
mean,
30s.
like in her 30s. But litigation, unfortunately, frivolous ones, we know about the frivolous litigation. They can cost you a lot of money.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, unfortunately. So you got to kind of you got to have to be kind of super careful with people like that. And if a guy's contacting you at like 1 in the fucking morning, that's kind of red flag to me, where I would be like, I might want to be extra careful with this one. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
all.
No,
Because
I
I
get
don't,
exactly what you're saying.
you know what I mean? And I think, like, I kind of like, it's kind of sad to see Gray doing that, to be honest with you, because, that's kind of not good behavior to be IMing people, like fucking emailing people at 12, 1 o'clock in the night. It's not good behavior, man. And it just shows you he's just,
It shows
uh,
that he's completely bothered by what she said.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know,
I think
man.
she did. I do know that she has a whole team, right? Like she's like a professional YouTuber. She has like her attorneys. She has, the people that what do you call it? The people that like put the videos together, like she's very educated and well versed. So I
I
don't think she's
did.
very much afraid of
Uh,
him.
okay, someone says, and I'm sorry, you're right.
No, go ahead.
I did not say that she was a Turtle Boy supporter. Someone implied that I was against her because she was a Turtle Boy supporter. I did not suggest that. So, but someone implied that I was against her, and I did not disagree with her video. I only disagreed with one point, which was a criticism I think she would probably agree with if she was listening to this back. That when you
Right.
make, you know what I mean? So I didn't say, oh, this person's a terrible person. I did not.
No, he had nothing bad to say about her. I mean, it's just fair. That when people like people or they dislike others, they kind of make things bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
That's all that's happened in here. But this was Sam Brown. That's exactly my point. Like, all right, showing examples of why you feel some way about someone isn't defamation. I guess it depends on the situation, though. As some people online use opinions as facts when they are not. And that's where I was saying, like, I don't know which would be worse. If she did follow it up, like, hey, it's factual that this is dangerous. But then I actually understand what beats him saying now. And I'm leaning more towards, oh, yeah, you're right. It
Yeah. And
kind of
also,
proved it better.
and for a commentary video, you kind of like, don't tell me, show me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know, like, receipts, or it didn't happen. So when you make statements like that, you're like, where's your receipts?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much my thing. But besides that, I thought the video was, I mean, I'm kind of shocked that Gray would actually IM her. And that's wild to me, actually. I can't believe that he would actually do that. Actually, to me, like, he's his own worst enemy, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think he's a really smart guy. I think he knows a lot. And unfortunately, he's his own worst enemy. I think,
Well,
like, honestly.
that's what he did to me, right? So he comes in my chat and he starts arguing with me, and I'm like, oh, whatever. And then afterwards, he then starts attacking the commenters under my video. And one
Yeah.
comment was inappropriate. It was referring young looking Asian women or something. I immediately deleted it. Even after he asked me, like, oh, that's defamation, whatever. And I'm like, all right, fine. Yeah, I think it crosses a line. I'm going to delete it, have a great day. He then takes over to his channel where he like makes it like I kept that comment and how dare I? And I'm like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Now I wish I did keep the comment. Like I don't like
I
him. I
think
think he's so entitled. I think he's so arrogant. I think he thinks that he is the smartest person in the fucking room and nobody else matters. I just don't like him.
Yeah, and by the way, you don't have to apologize. Like believe me, I'm not going to be thin-skinned like certain people. I'm not going to send you an 1 a.m. email. Don't worry, guys. I can handle criticism. Don't worry. I can handle criticism. When you're in the game, you gotta handle a little criticism. So whatever.
Oh, a little. I think we get a lot.
I think we get a lot, but you know what I mean. Like, don't worry. Keep up the questions. I don't mind. But yeah, that's what I just think. Like, I don't know, man. I think that is, and you know what? You burn bridges with content creators, man, and that's not good.
Right.
Like, you can't. It's kind of like you're kind of just need to stop doing that. And I wish you would stop. I wish you would ignore that. Focus on the content, and then just basically just stop with the I'm going to be behind a jail cell until you bail me out.
Right. Like
no.
It's entitlement. It's entitlement. And then I know there's the argument, and I've seen somebody write it in here, like, but he does give a lot, to charities. Okay, but he also gets to write that off on taxes. Like, yes, I fully respect the fact that he gives to charity, right? And I hope one day I can be in a position where I can do the same thing. But the fact of the matter is he's actually making the charity lose money. He uses that as this shield of like, hey, I'm a good person because I give to charity, but you're really giving to charity. And without your money, he can't do that. I mean, it's kind of like a win-win for him. He gets the credit of being this big donator and, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not really what he makes it out to be.
Yeah.
I see work.
I mean, yeah, and that's the problem. It's like, charities, you're supposed to give money because it's a charity. It's not good to use it as like a shield and a sword against people.
Right, it's like the whole I'm a Christian thing. Like, I'm a Christian, okay, and you're still a piece of shit. Like,
I mean,
no.
I donate to charities, but you'll never hear what I donate to. I just donate. That's pretty much it. Because that's what you're supposed to do. It's like, a charity is a charity. You know what I mean? I don't know about the tax ramifications with that one. I think it just lowers your income, like taxable income on that one. I don't think it does anything beyond that, but definitely looks good for publicity side to be like, hey, I donated a bunch of money. But like, I would probably like, if people want to donate, they want to donate. I mean, just don't force them. You know what I mean?
Right. But he does. He literally, and then if somebody donates like $5 and he feels like it's not good enough, he then like berates them.
$1 is good enough. If people give you $1, it's good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I think if anything from $1 to down is good enough, because in these damn ages where inflation is, people are barely able to afford groceries. People are barely, the stock market's crashing. You know what I mean? If people can donate $1, that's good enough. And that should be something people really be, you should be happy about, to be honest with you, because that's $1 that they had to work their asses off,
Not only that, but it's a free platform. So for him to act that way is just unbelievable to me. I mean,
I mean, I'll read I mean, I'll read comments, but dollar is just dollar makes me holler. I'm joking. That was a joke. That's just a joke. Like, I'm just saying, like, any amount of money donated to a streamer is good because number one, it does multiple things. It allows YouTube to know that you have an active chat, helps with your engagement. But even hitting the like button or watching fully is good. I mean, like, to not like someone because they give you $5 only is kind of fucked up, to be honest with you.
Right. And I know charities, there is a write-off, but here's the thing though. He uses that to also prop himself, like, oh, you'll see the email he wrote to her alone tells you what his intent is with that.
I've seen that, and I'm not going to spoil it, because obviously you're going to play it, but
he's like, you can't criticize me because I give to charity, and it's like, no, bro, that's not the way this works. You still can be criticized. It's just like I'm a Christian. It's just, I can't stand it. It's a shield. It's a shield to hide behind, in my opinion. And again, the charity's losing out because if you donate via YouTube, they take their 40%. So then the charity's already cut that 40%. And then he gives half of that to the charity? So it's really not, It's more beneficial to say, here's the charity link. Please donate.
Well, what he should probably do is do what like a little bit like Snore Lounge does, and just do like a charity live stream where all the super chats go to a charity.
Right.
Because then YouTube doesn't take their fucking 30%.
And that was thanks to SF that suggested that. Cass, how have you been, girl? It has been a while. It's good to see you. All right, ready? Let's play a little. Let's show the very beginning where it's.
Wow, thanks, Vinny. Jeez. Come on, what about the rest of you freaks out there? That's how this channel survives. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying it over and over and over again. The way this month is going, I'll be on welfare myself. And nobody's supporting the channel tonight. It's her.
I think that comment alone, B-Tim, tells what his real purpose is. Not like, hey, the way this month's going, these charities aren't going to receive anything. No, I'll be on welfare myself. He uses the shield to force people into which one?
Well,
welcome,
yeah,
Katie.
and he's kind of emotional blackmailing people.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to hide myself. I'm going to, be behind this. I'm not going to talk until I get it.
I mean, but the sad thing is, Gray knows the whole true crime situation. He's a content creator. He's a very large content creator in the true crime space, and some cases get the audiences, and some cases don't get almost anyone to walk and watch. I mean, you can look at J for J. She'll cover a true crime case that no one's talking about, and she'll get like maybe 200 people in the chat.
Yeah, well, that's happened to me. I covered like really in depth. Actually, the one was really cool. Hey, neighbor, Yada, thank you so much for the Cash App. I covered this one case, and I was really, really into the case. Like, it was so interesting. But amazingly, the guy that worked at the jail that was the guard of this inmate actually came on panel. Yeah. And it would have been so brilliant, but what was happening? Oh, my ex-mom was showing messages and people are blowing me up. Hey, you have to see. And it derailed everything, distracted everything.
Oh,
and it was amazing. The guy was telling us like inside information. I'm like, apparently they don't really know what the people are in jail for when they come in. Like, it was such a cool conversation. It was amazing that it even... he even landed amongst us that day, came on camera and everything. The guy wasn't hiding, and literally gave me information to verify that he was who he said he was. And that should have gotten so many more views than what it did, but drama sells and
yeah,
people get into. That's why, like, I hate that so many people are still stuck on like this whole, like the green team and all of that, because I'm fucking over it. I'm so over it, but that's what the audience wants. You know what I mean? And it sucks.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point that. I mean, and Gray knows that certain true crime stories, you're going to get 200 people, or you're going to get like the big cases, like Valo. I can't say her name correctly.
Right? Yeah, Valo.
Yeah, a lot of people are following that, even though we all know that lady's guilty as fucking sin, but they want to see the batshit crazy lady defend herself.
Right.
They want to see the trash fire defense.
Well, it's basically the cases that have gone viral versus the cases that haven't, right?
Yeah. Or like the Carrie case. There's a lot of people that watch that, like both sides. They, obviously I talk about it, but you have a lot of people on the other side that watch it, and they love that case. They love the intrigue, the mystery. You know what I mean? Like that stuff. They think the characters involved are fucking crazy and stuff like that. I mean,
well, that's what it is, right? It has to have that mix of like craziness with it, because majority of people, that's what attracts people, unfortunately. And that's why cases like Summer Wells or this case, or, they go as viral as they do, is because there is a lot of drama around it all.
Well, I mean, we live in, listen, we all love, I think every single person wants a little drama and everything. If we just opened up a live stream and talked about fucking Einstein's theory of relativity, I'm sure your fucking chat would have like 10 people watching.
Right.
So,
right.
But if we talked about Einstein cheating on his wife and all that stuff, like the drama, I think people would probably be paying more attention to that. You know what I mean?
And it also comes down to how you present things, right? Because for me, I think Gray is so boring on his own anyhow. So he kind of just like, I can't bear to really listen to the guy. He doesn't bring it in an entertaining way. It's more like, Well,
I mean, I think that the key, I think, is he does a lot of editing in the video while he's live, and that leads to a lot of kind of dead air a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think, like, to me, it's like it probably would have been better if I was in his position. I'd probably edit it before going live, and then just kind of talk and commentary and have like a kind of an entertaining, engaging. But when you do live stream, you got to have not thin skin, and you got to banter with people. Like, I have more fun with people that disagree with me. I mean, like, I wish for people to jump on panel to disagree with me in a case, because it makes it entertaining and it makes it engaging with people, because no one wants to listen to a guy just be like, okay guys, we're gonna move this mouse here and we're gonna edit this video here, and it's like, it gets boring after that point. So I think that's probably what and that would probably be a positive change for his content, because he
Yeah, I agree.
advice.
Yeah, it's fair advice.
Like, I would be, if I was Gray, I'd probably try to mend those bridges with those other content creators, even the ones you disagree with, so they can jump on and discuss their points of view on a case, and maybe have like a little bit of a true crime discussion where you kind of like, hey, this is where you're wrong. And they'll say, no, you're wrong here, and kind of do that way. So that's my opinion.
I don't think these people want anything further to do with Gray because of the way. Oh yeah, of course. I'm sorry, Life Rewind. Sorry. All right, I'll play it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Horrendous. Forget it, guys. I don't want to do this, Joe.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. We are back with another entitled influencer video. Now, do I sound like Phoebe from Friends? Slightly ill videos to watch. And I know there's going to be, well, please, for the love of God, stop it. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I am going to tell you to stop, please. It would benefit all of us if you would.
I've been wanting to cut my hair as short as hers, but you have to be really brave to do it. That's just a little side note. And I found the video I was talking about, where it was about Jack Owen Spillman. He was the werewolf butcher, and his guy literally came up, the guard for him. But yeah, it was slept on.
Now, this is a little bit different, though, because this person we're talking about today, Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates, that's his YouTube channel, where he has over 150,000 subscribers, and he is a true crime content creator. And he covers stories and cases, and just like other true crime or legal commentators do, they'll have live streams where they are covering an ongoing court case. They'll, be in the courtroom with you. They'll like live stream it, and you can watch it with them. Like, for instance, I know Emily D. Baker does it. She's probably one of the most well-known or well-liked legal or true crime commentary creators. And then there is Legal Eagle. And first of all, why is he so hot? Got no right to be that hot. What's going on here? And then also there's Runkle of the Bailey as well. He does live streams too. And doing a live stream as a...
That's the one you particularly were talking about. This guy with the long hair down here.
Yeah, and like, there's people that would have an opinion on saying, well, Mr. Runkle is pushing dangerous theories because he believes that, 11 people murdered a man with a dog or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because he's playing Turtle Boy. Now, right. I don't know too much, but I'm just saying, like, I would show you examples. I'd be like, well, this is where he's wrong or something like that. But that's just like, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying that she's supporting, and I'm not saying all Mr. Runkle... I can't read that. Uncle Bailey, let's just call him Bailey, is like that. And I think actually he's a pretty smart guy, this guy, the guy with the long hair, not Turtle Boy. I think he's a pretty smart guy. I just disagree with him in opinions on cases. But that doesn't make him a bad guy. That makes him just like a human. I'm sure he disagrees with me, and I disagree with him. And I'm sure he's way smarter than me when it comes to law. Makes me look like an idiot. So let's say that much. I give him like even Emily D. Baker, I think she's a very smart person, but I disagree with her in one particular case. But I think she's very smart and very entertaining, actually. I think a lot of people watch her for that reason. So
yeah, agree.
Legal commentator, and as someone who does true crime, is a great way to not only engage your audience, but keep people up to date and be able to like explain things to them and just be super engaging, right? I know personally, if I'm watching something like that or keeping up with something, I don't necessarily want to watch it alone, and you can write reporting on audience and your viewers for money before you've even done anything on your live stream. Like, what are you doing? That does not make any sense. So there's a lot of things that this guy has done that I don't like. And listen, if you like his content, that's fine. I don't care. That doesn't affect me in any way, but if I have an opinion, I gotta talk about it. Gray Hughes has faced criticism for his aggressive solicitation of donations during his true crime broadcasts.
We're currently only at 1/5 of the goal, an hour in. Yeah, that's not it's not viable for me. I need your guys' support on a nightly basis. So if you're out there and you have the funds, make sure you're able to, if you can help support the channel, I'd really be appreciative, and we can just keep on moving forward.
Critics argue
like that right there for me beats him. Thank you, Sarah Q. If you guys could all hit the thumbs up, I appreciate it. Of course, there's not as much viewers because it's not the drama everybody's into, but I found this very interesting, especially when we get to the way Gray responded. That right there to me, right? Like, this isn't viable. Like, if one is sustain the channel, I don't like when creators say that because, for one, we have a choice to come online or not. If you like, even Brittany saying like her income has been lost and blah blah blah, then pick up a secondary job. You don't get to tell the audience that they're responsible for you to make enough money to keep your lights on.
Well,
You're responsible for that.
Yeah, and like if a case is not hitting, then it's just like fishing, right? You throw
Right.
you're fishing, and if people are not interested, then it might be time to move on to the next story.
I actually just got my son and his buddy fishing rods because my son just got an interest in it. I'm so excited. I like crabbing. I'm not particularly a fishing person, but I got the license
Shocker.
and everything, and I know. But I'm excited. I'm excited for him to get into fishing and to do it with him. But
Cool.
you're
That's
right.
nice.
It's like you just, but he's not even fishing at this point. He's literally in the water with a huge fucking net begging people to come in,
Yeah, but
or
I'm
he's going to
saying,
shut down shop.
yeah, like, and if people are not engaged with the live, that's kind of something you should say to yourself. Well, what has changed that made people not engaged?
Because he's like this. He's
Yeah.
just like Spanky. And he's insulting. He's very insulting to the audience. I mean,
And also other content. There was another content creator. I think it was like I think I saw like a video where he was kind of like this kind of deadpan content creator. I forgot his name, but he had an argument with that guy too for some reason.
shocker.
It's like, I don't think it's good to burn bridges with some of these content creators over the small slights, and I think he should just focus on the true crime. But I mean, this video for here right now, it says breaking documentary on Matty Soto case. Yeah, he got like 5,000 views, which is not too bad actually if you think about it. I mean,
No, he gets good views, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
because he does have good information. He is good at what he does. He does the good research. My thing is he doesn't present it well, and he's fucking rude.
Yeah, and I think like that people just don't like that. They think, like, in my opinion, I think he
Tinkerbug
needs to stop that. But
right.
And in the end of the day, because what's happening is that no one, people feel unwelcomed, and if they feel unwelcomed, they're not going to stay, and that's just how it is. It's like,
and that's if you're not blocked already. I mean, majority are any of you blocked from him? I haven't tried in a while because the way he spoke to me, but like I said, I thought we handled it like content creators, like personally, and he still went and berated and bashed me and talked shit about me, and it's like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, which is like, why would you do that?
I mean,
like,
we handled it.
Yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, like, your criticism was like valid. I mean, like, this creep knew information that this guy was, had this stuff for years and didn't do jack shit. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If I would have heard that on a panel, I'd be like, wait, what? Why'd you not go to the cops? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I think to top it off, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody else remembers this, but I was covering Stephen Stearns. The guy ended up coming up on my panel. But I believe, I don't know if he tried to insult me on a political level. Like, no, this is what he said, beat him. Why bother reporting it? And I believe he said when it's a Democratic area and they wouldn't have done anything about it anyway. It was something, I'm not verbatim, but that's what I recall of it. It was something like, well, why bother reporting it knowing that it's going to be ignored anyway? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you implying that Democrats are
right?
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
And
crazy shit to say.
Right, that's a dangerous statement to make because you're basically a large influencer.
That would have been a good example, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah.
That would have been a good example.
Perfect one.
That would have been the perfect. Just simply put that in there, and your video is pretty much done. And she would have probably had she probably would have the perfect video.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. It was like, why bother? Why bother reporting it? Nobody would have done anything. That the person, he would have been out, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. Anyway,
that his frequent appeals for financial support border on digital panhandling, especially given the sensitive nature of the content that he covers.
On this channel, I actually want people to help support my channel financially because you guys are the only source of income that comes in on the live streams. All right, Christy? On a daily basis, on every show, because if they don't, then we aren't going to be able to do the same stuff we've been doing for all these years. All right?
like that. You don't get to put that on the audience.
Look at
Wow,
this.
doohickey. I'm
Yeah,
so
I was about to
sorry.
say, you should read that. That's
I
crazy.
donated thousands, got blocked for disagreeing. That is actually how he really is.
That's crazy.
Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. I try not to speak him too much, but I do appreciate that. That is crazy, but that's how he is, right? Because he's so thin-skinned.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, did you hear about him reaching out to the lady that was a big donator? Dr. The hell's her name? Let somebody help me out. Molly was just talking about it.
I don't know. Is it that woman that was on Zav Girl? That was like a doctor?
No, that was Bella,
Okay.
whatever. She's not a real doctor.
Yeah, no. Latina? That can't
Latina,
be.
Latina, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was on Zav Girl. That woman was
Oh,
on Zav Girl. Yeah,
well,
she was the one that was trying to like give like an opinion on an autopsy report on Kylie Rodney and shit, and it was weird.
yeah. So she used to go on his show, and she was a big donator and everything. And he literally reached out to her and was like, where have you been? You used to financially donate to the channel and blah blah blah. Like he was reaching out to her for her money.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, like, see, that's like the thing that kind of messes with him. Like, if I was to like talk to you, I'd be like, listen, man, no one wants to see you silently edit videos on a live stream. You got to be kind of engaged a little bit, and probably should just edit these videos before going live. And maybe instead of putting the videos like just putting the videos up, maybe go live with some of the videos and just talk and commentary and stuff like that. Interact with your chat. Stop telling people if you don't give me money, I'm going to be homeless and I'm going to no one's going to get charity money. Like, that's not good to say. And also, it's like, if you're not getting that much money, then sometimes you just got to tell them, like, listen, I'm not getting enough super chats. I want to ask the people for money, so I'm going to have to not donate as much money to charity so I can keep the lights on.
Right. It's that simple, right? That's exactly it. Or you have to change your approach. Neither of which he's willing to do. It's entitlement. Look what Jill wrote. A creator went to his chat years ago, already a bit nervous about his personality. She accidentally typed, "Hey, gay," then corrected it, but switched it to Gary. He was so mad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I get being defensive because, you get a lot of people coming at you and stuff, but
yeah.
He doesn't take any of that in. Like, he really doesn't think that he's a problem. Everybody else is the issue. I'll never forget, he came in my chat a few times and was like, "Oh, this is where all the degenerates are." And then, like, when he saw some of his subscribers here, he was like, "Oh, this is where you hang out. Gross." And I'm like, "But here you are, Gray. Bet you're watching right now, too, Gray." Ugh.
He probably is. I mean, that's a sad thing. It's like, man, it's like kind of sad to see someone who's very smart kind of do dumb things, and it's kind of sad.
Arrogance,
yeah,
and entitlement.
Yeah, and it's like, and you're smoking, obviously.
Yeah, you got good ears.
I can hear as soon as you put the lighter up. It's like one of those flintlock rocket lighters. It's very easy to hear.
It's a Beck.
Yeah, it was very easy to hear.
Do they make ones that are silent?
Well, I don't know. I don't smoke, so I have like a lot of candles in my house, and I also have emergency candles, and I have like the literally matchboxes, emergency. Like, I have probably about 500 boxes of Matchbox lighters.
Tim, you sound like you're so disappointed in my smoking too. I think that's the funniest part.
Yeah, I am disappointed.
I can hear it. I can literally hear it.
I'm disappointed because it's so bad for you. It's like just not even funny. And like, your health is the most important thing. It's something you can't buy with money. And you are just throwing away minutes of your lives each time you light a cigarette. It's really kind of like
gross. It's really
it's not good. I feel like you should quit. I feel like I should guilt you to quit. That's just my opinion.
I'll tell you what. I always tell myself I'm going to quit, and I never even try, being honest. Yeah. It is. It's gross. It's smelly. It costs a lot of money. It's bad for your health. Yeah. Tim's too bad.
I should be the one be called the grandpa, and you're the kid, because I feel like the grandparent right now, just guilting you like, what about the smoking? That's not good for you. What are you doing? What are you doing with the smoking? You got these young lungs, and you're going to just tar them up, and now you have Now you're going to be in big trouble. When you get 50 years old, 60 years old, you better be careful. You won't even be able to walk a flight of stairs. What are you doing with your
I'll
life?
tell you what, when I started smoking, my father said to me, by the time you're even legal to buy them, they'll be $10 a pack and you will regret this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're like $6 right now. You know, I was mainly stealing them from him and my mom anyway. Sure enough, by the time I was legal to buy them, they were like $10 and now they're almost $12 a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching. P10 comes out with his house slippers. You damn kids again. Get off my
Just
lawn.
like start throwing things at you as you're on my lawn. Get off here. Get off my lawn. And your dog's fat too. Get your fucking
Oh my
dog
God.
out of here.
Did you see that video where the guy goes to steal a package? I was dying. You just reminded me of that. Hold on. This was the funniest video I've ever seen. You'll get a good laugh out of this when you just called the dog fat. It made me think of it. Okay, hold on. I'm already dying. All right. It's one of my favorite videos of all time.
That's why you fat. Look at you, greedy. No, you can have it. You can have it. You got it, brother. You thought it was some snacks in there? Look at you. You can go ahead and take it. It's a big box for a big back. Come on and get it. I know you need it.
I think I was confused, bro.
Oh, I think you hungry. And people act abnormal when they hungry. You seen the Snickers commercial. Come on and get you his little box. Don't try to run either. I don't want you to have an asthma attack on my porch. Get the box. I know times is hard.
I don't live too far.
I know you ain't walking far. I know you ain't walking far. You ain't got to tell me. Go ahead and get it. Big bag, big bag. You too big to be a thief. Come on and get it. At this point, I just want you to get the steps in.
All right, tell me that wasn't hysterical. Nobody else finds that as funny as me? I was dying. I just want to know if it's real or not.
I think it's real.
You think it's real? Oh my God. He said, at this point, I just want you to get the steps in.
Yeah,
I know you ain't walking far.
Granny Great replied to this, or did she's playing the original video, and then basically then there's another video that she replies to Great, emailing her at 1 a.m. about suing her.
He started at 12 and then sent one every half hour. Cheesy, I was thinking about you the other day. I'm like, where the hell has Cheesy been?
Yeah, she's been too busy running around. Like, actually, I can't say running because her dog is roly-poly. So she's been rolling her dog around with her Crocs.
Well, does the dog have Crocs?
Soon to be. Probably skates, because it's just like it doesn't need to move. Like, it just stands there. So probably gonna have dog skates. I'll
tell you what, dog Crocs sold out immediately. As soon as they were launched, they were sold out. Jill, thank you so much.
By the way, are the Crocs made in China? Because this might be the good thing about the whole tariff, that it become 145% more expensive for your Crocs now.
Crocs are already overpriced. Get out of here.
So
Tara, thank you.
It's going to be 145% tariff on your Crocs.
So good thing I already got my Crocs. They last for years. So boom, ain't buying no mo.
You're going to be selling your Crocs on the black market, trying to avoid the tariffs. We'll see what happens. I'm joking.
Dude, we're all going down with these tariffs. Wait till McCray will really be crying then.
Oh my God. Actually,
try somewhere else.
Sorry.
No, I'm just waiting. I know he's going to cave eventually, and then the market's going to be fucking flying at that point. So I've actually been waiting, actually. So
Crocs are American made. They're in Ohio, says Cheesy.
Oh, shit. That means more are going to be sold. Fuck.
I actually love jellies. The jelly shoes came back a few years ago. I have a feeling they'll be back soon.
Wait,
you got new pink Crocs?
Is there a Croc company? Because that might be funny if like Nike decides to just like put like a check mark on their Crocs and just buy that company to make a profit.
Well, they all kind of do that, right? They all kind of copy each other. Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to get Crocs to sponsor me for years. I think it's my foul language and my content. But I could like sell it in a way of like, you too can run away from the drama by putting in sports mode. You
should just make Granny's watching gibbets for your channel.
Actually, I would love that. What a brilliant idea.
Just gibbets, just different gibbets for your Crocs. Just here, guys, here's some gibbets. Granny's watching gibbets. You can have one with a binocular, one with fucking like the granny out there,
Watermelon, peeking through the,
watermelon,
brilliant idea.
just collector items. Like you just make limited sales each fucking month. Like you only sell like 50 of them a month, and then you change it up to a new type every time.
I wonder if there's a gibbet making company that would do that.
Interesting.
Crocs are loads, but all right. Oh, beat it. I don't know why I said bedeed it. There you go. I made up my own word for them too. Bedeed it. Get your Beditas today. My Temu order went from $125 to $250. Damn tariffs.
Yeah, I don't know why he calculated it that way. It was crazy to me because don't even get me started. But
yeah,
because the inflation rate was actually going down. The inflation rate went down. I think what was it 2.5, and like literally, if he didn't do these things, the Fed would have lowered the interest rates, and the fucking stock market would have fucking flew. So, oh well. Oh well. But the problem is like the bond market is basically worried, and that's why the bond market 10-year yield is actually getting higher because they predict inflation in other ways. So when the bond market interest rates go up, it's something to be worried about. So I pay attention to the bond market as well. But anyway, that was my side tangent. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Look at this side tangent. We were talking about there's bone necklaces on Temu, and they're making them from dogs. And there's still pulp in the teeth. What the fuck?
Okay, we need to...
They're killing dogs to make these bone necklaces that are sold on Temu.
Well, the dogs are... I don't want to say...
Careful now. I'm already labeled dog hater.
In China, there's something called a dog market, and it's not for selling puppies, if you catch my drift. It's, that country, it's considered, a delicacy sometimes to them. So they might have gotten it from the dog market. They're not just intentionally killing them for that. They might be selling them for getting meat. And then they get the bones.
Oh.
Yeah, like certain countries have certain foods as delicacies, and China, dogs and cats are a delicacy.
Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, moving on.
Hughes has been accused of promoting his channel on other true crime platforms, leading to tension in the community. For instance, he and his followers reportedly promoted his content in the comment section of the hidden true crime channel, resulting in confrontations and user bans. I personally think that asking for money is cringe. Personally, whenever I go live, I mean, if I get a super chat here or there, it's amazing. I'm so thankful. Awesome. If those people ask a question, then I'm absolutely going to answer theirs. And that's actually what a lot of content creators do when they have so many people watching live. The people who will do a super sticker or a super chat or something like that, those people will get like a shout out or recognition or an acknowledgement from the creator. And I know Emily D. Baker does this too. If someone asks a question and does a super chat, like absolutely she's going to stop and answer their question, and she'll do it like every so often in the video, like before or after ad breaks or something like that. So that's different, obviously. But then just complaining to your audience, like for instance, I saw this clip where he was saying, I don't take the day off from reporting on this. So like, why are you guys taking the day off? Meaning like people who gift him stuff and like people who are doing super chats. And it's just like, buddy, this is free content for people. That's why people are watching your content and not just watching like, I don't know, cable or something, whatever they pay for.
Currently only at 40% of the goal tonight. So if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, I would appreciate it. My channel relies on your generosity on these nightly shows, and without the support of you guys, it's hard to justify still doing the nightly shows. The videos I make...
Now, here's my thing with that, Tim, because I hear creators say this. What else would you be doing? Like, what are you going to go get a nighttime job? Like that's the shit I don't like, because you're making money just by being live if you put ad revenue on, right? Now, if you don't and you can't get monetized through ad revenue, it's pennies, but it's still for him to say, like, if you want me to keep doing these nightly streams, what are you going to do? Get a night job? No.
Well, I mean, look at the top. Like, you have 350 something people on the Adelphi case. You know what I mean? Like, you say to yourself, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why am I only getting 350?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, let's say, you know what I mean? Like, a content, like, he literally, like, he blew up because of the bridge video. Like, let's be real. Like, that video was great. It was a great video, and a lot of people were playing it. And for this case, be like, this is a very, very, like, it was a very big case, and it's still kind of, people still talk about it because there's some people that have theories on if he did it or not. And since the new video came out, you can actually hear the audio of the person.
Yeah.
It should be more. And I think the reason why it's not more is because I think he alienates a lot of his audience when he does things like this. You know what I mean? And when he,
well, he also, the people that went to the trial, he promised his audience he would be there, and then of course made an excuse for why he didn't go after collecting money to go. Yeah, you come on up, SS. Yeah. And then the creators that were there, he insulted each and every one of them. So their audience that was based around Delphi were like, all right, we're not going to this guy anymore for his stuff, because he insulted all of them.
Yeah, man. I don't know what you mean. Doesn't matter. Let me see. Someone said doesn't matter if you Tim. Don't throw a fit like a chump. You mean like Gray, or you mean, I'm not sure what you mean.
She's saying like Gray, like it doesn't matter that, you know.
Oh, okay. I get what you people saying. It's just the fact is that he alienated a lot of people by acting
Right.
like this. And I think you can. I mean, I don't think it's a road of no return. I think he just needs to not really focus on and get so thin-skinned with people, and do edit videos before going live, and just kind of just stop with the whole give me money
Right.
thing. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I think if he did that and he started just doing that for a few months, a lot of the people that he calls trolls, which are actually people that just have legitimate, you know what I mean? Like, they're not real trolls. Like, I don't think Gray understands what a troll is. A troll is someone that really fucks with you for no reason, and they come in your chat and they say things like that. They try to spread lies about you, or they try to go into your call in to fuck with you. That's a troll. A person that makes a video that like comments on whether you're e-bagging too much and they're playing your own words, that's commentary.
Right.
That's commentary.
He thinks anybody with any criticism is automatically a troll. That's the way he reacts.
It's one step above saying they're hate channels.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. It's not. Yeah.
This is what he does.
On these cases, do pretty well sometimes, but when I do these 3-hour shows, there's certain nights like this one where it seems like people just sort of take a night off, even though I'm not taking a night off.
That in my mind is just so entitled and gross, I guess. And it makes me think as well, like, if you can't afford to go live, and you might be thinking, like, what are you talking about? You don't edit it. Like, you're just going live. Like, that's not to say like it's lazy content, because there are content creators who do go live and who are very, very good at reading aloud and doing cold reads and being super engaging.
Hey, Dutch.
Could not be me, girl. I am all over the place. I gotta be edited. But for instance, if I'm gonna be getting ready to batch film, it's either like, hey, I can do a half an hour live stream where I'm talking to people and I'm getting ready to understand, is this a waste of my time? Is this going to make me money, right? Is this video going to do well, or is this video going to do well? Is this one going to get views, or is this one going to get views? A lot of times when I'm doing my makeup and I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I could, yeah, but no, I won't, right? To go live and you're begging for people to donate to you, then just don't go live. Just do an edited video instead. It makes no sense to me, these people.
Well, man, where are all the old freaks, man, who would help support the channel? It's such a struggle these days. I don't want to have to ask once. I wish people would just do it. Come on, Jace, let's get going here, man. Donate. Come on. Help support the channel. You can do it, Jace.
And also in terms of...
I could never fathom... Oh, look at that. Kraken, thank you. Catch the rest on replay. Thank you. Have a great day at work. I appreciate you.
Wait a minute, Kraken. You only donated 10. We got to guilt that person.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Like, I could never fathom guilting anybody and being like, oh, you better donate. Well, get it started, pretty is. Where's everybody at? Where, you know, like, the fucking entitlement.
I mean, yeah, like for instance, like Burnt Toast, like basically gets a donation. I mean, she gets a large donation. She's more shocked she gets donations than, you know.
Right.
She doesn't expect it. Them. Yeah, you don't expect it. And like, you know, but I would also say like Burnt Toast is not her job. She has a day job and she goes live twice. You know what I mean? Like, people have day jobs. They just work. You know what I mean? Like, I think Gray actually, I think the problem with Gray is I think the charity is like, he doesn't want to lower the amount for some reason, and I don't know why. Because if you're giving away 50% of your income and you're saying I'm barely able to get by, then it's time to cut the amount of money you toss to the charity.
Right. Well, and then where's the proof that he's given all this money to the charity anyway?
Well, I I don't know if he showed receipts on that. I'm sure he does. I just don't. I don't know. I'm
I
sure
don't
he does
know.
show receipts. I think he. I mean, because obviously, I mean, why would he lie about that? You know what I mean? Like, it's an easy lie to find out.
Yeah. Well, how? How do you find out how much somebody has donated?
Well, he makes statements. I'm sure you can look up the 501c. Like, I mean, like, I think you could probably go to the charity maybe and figure it out. I'm not sure. Personally, I don't know why he does it through YouTube. Like, I feel like how he does the charity is kind of the most inefficient way ever, because
Right.
it'd probably be better, if my opinion, if he just did one night. Like, if I was in his position, right? I would probably do what Snore Lounge did and just did a like two streams a night or something like that. Would say all the super chats goes to this charity, 100%, and then other nights would just be income based for himself, and then he doesn't have to say anything, and that's it. And then it also probably would reduce. I think it goes straight to that charity, and he doesn't have to deal with like writing off taxes or anything like that.
But that's
And then
part of the problem. That's why he won't do it that way, because one, he wants the recognition and he wants it to be his name that's donating all this money, because he does under Gray Hugh Investigates. And then, it gives him some type of like tie in. That's likely how
yeah,
he's got.
and it's like, why would you have like 20% or 30% go to YouTube when you can get 100% going to the charity? So like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it'd probably be better if he did it that way and then not imply anything. Say, okay, what the new changes, I'm gonna do live streams normally, but sir, like 2 nights a week, we're gonna do a charity live stream where I'm just gonna put the link up there and you donate if you want to a
Right.
charity. You vote for the charity, we do it, and we're just gonna do it. It's set up like there, and 100% of the money goes there. And do it that way, and then just not talk about it and just vote, and then just say, well, and if people want to donate to the charity, they donate. If they don't, they don't. And it's simple as that. And you keep it moving.
Yep, it's not the way he does it, because it doesn't give him the credit. Goody Two Shoes, that's enough for today, but you're gonna have to come up better next time. Check in, always watching, just unable to chat. Thank you, ND Bushes. I was thinking about you. Yeah, I just think he's really just something else. He's just a greedy, entitled. I don't know. I don't know.
Tell
I'm
us
sure
what you really think.
he earned it.
Tell us what you really think, Granny, about him. I don't know if you're really telling us everything you think. No, I'm joking.
Well, I'm holding back a little bit, to be honest, because I don't want to get entirely demonetized. But I think, right, he's already strange as is. He's very off-putting. A lot of his views on things are very controversial. Many people have made comments about the way.
I disagree with his alien belief. He doesn't believe aliens exist. I believe they exist.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, he doesn't believe aliens exist.
Yeah. Right. I think a lot of people unsubscribe because of his begging. And that's nice. That's very nice that he was able to go ahead and. Yeah, that's exactly it. Sinner's Pain. It's very nice that he was able to donate to charity. He did do really good during. Is it Kanika? I forget the channel, but he was like one of the best at it. He did a very good, overview, and he did earn his subscribers.
Mhm.
But your subscribers are not. You can't guilt them into donating the way he does. It's just not right.
I mean, and
normal
Sinner's Painting Degree says, nonsense goes those fundraiser streams where the charity is directly to the particular stream. Is that what B Tim means, or does he mean pinning the link? No, I mean, like, like the one where, like, you just basically, like, for instance, with the Snore Lounge, he had like all the super chats automatically went to that charity. It wasn't pinned. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Once you
Like,
have over 10K, you can do that.
Once you have over 10K like subs, you can just have a whole stream. All the super chats go directly to it, and YouTube doesn't take a cut, and it goes straight to it. Which is why I think it's kind of inefficient, like, to be like, okay, guys, donate super chats to me. YouTube takes 30%, so automatically 30% of your money that would have went to the charity is being taken. Then you have taxes. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it just gets to that point where it's like, I think it would probably be more efficient if he just made like 2 or 3 nights a stream, like he just did that, because he has a huge number of subs, and then doesn't say anything, says we're just doing this one and we're going to talk about it, and if you donate, you donate, you don't, and then his conscience is clear and say, listen, I got to support myself. This is my job, so majority of the nights are going to be, the money's going to me, and the majority and 2 nights are going to be there. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I would probably do. But I don't know if he'll get the amount of donations, though, if he did that, to be honest with you. Don't dare talk different, you get laughed at. Oh, I didn't know that. There are very, very few people, 4 channels I give money to on social media. Granny is one of them, and I fully support. Okay, cool. You can keep on playing. I'll shut up. I'm just being. That's suddenly very quiet. Did I get kicked? Am I here? I'm here. Okay, cool. I wonder if something happened. Let me see. In the chat, luckily he didn't go off on me, but you could tell he didn't like. Yeah, I don't understand that. I think like questions are usually very interesting to ask. Yeah, well, no, I don't think. I mean, I just don't know. Maybe she got a phone call. I was just wondering if I was like kicked or like, I'm holding up the stream from talking too much, which does happen. Who puts donation buttons separate from super chats and members tabs. Okay, cool. Does he wear one of those visors with hair? And I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see.
Sorry, Kelly Mac. Did you not see I wrote in the back chat, beats him?
Let me see.
I just had to run to the restroom really quick, and I had to.
Oh,
my God, I didn't want to interrupt you, so I just wrote it.
Oh no, you didn't have to. I'm cool. Believe me,
Okay.
I'm kind of used to that.
I figured you know
I'm
when to
pretty
hold
used
it
to it.
down.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about the Karen Reed case. That's what we were talking about for the last 5 minutes. I'm joking. That was.
I was gonna say
that was a joke. That was a joke. No, I was not talking about the Karen Reed case. Don't worry.
Hey, listen, I enjoyed talking about the Karen Reed case.
I enjoyed talking about a lot of different things. I just, we'll talk about the market one day. We'll talk about the stock market one day. I'm joking. That's a joke.
Let's go to where Gray Hughes finds out about her video and throws his little late night, middle of the night hissy fit over it. That was very interesting. Oh, she doesn't even. I thought she timestamped things, but I guess
no.
not.
Don't you have that search bar? She starts talking about it at. I can find the video. Give me a moment because I was watching it before you even started. Let me see.
Oh, I got it. I had the video up. I just wasn't sure at what point.
Yeah, there's a don't you have like the extension like that lets you search for words?
Yeah,
YouTube comment search and stuff like that.
Yeah. Beats him. Where do I go to hear you and Karen Reed? Look, somebody's interested in it.
I'm not going to advertise other channels here, so I'm not going to do that. But
that was nice of you. Do you actually go somewhere and talk about Karen Reed?
A few.
Oh.
I jump around a bit. Oh. I'm not only here. I jump around a bit.
Yeah. So, of course, Gigi. He's more than welcome. He said he wasn't ready to come up yet. Yeah. Anybody is welcome to come up. So this is where, after her video, I think this is a few days later, Gray, I guess, realizes she made the video, and here comes where he throws a fit.
Deal with it. It's the internet. That's what's gonna happen, okay? Now, I made a video about Gray Hughes Investigates. Now, he's a true crime content creator who does a lot of like live streams and then other videos about, hot topics, hot cases, all that. And I personally don't like his content. His true crime content is not for me. No. I love Murderish. Love her so much. Jamie on air over at the Murderish podcast. She is amazing. She's probably watching this video actually. If you see Jamie on air, down in the comments, yell at her in a nice way. Obviously, Sherilyn Dale makes great true crime content, even if it doesn't have to do with a murder. Scams are still crimes, okay? And then also more on like the legal side, which technically that's what Gray Hughes does too. There's obviously Runkle of the Bailey, and then that hot daddy, Illegal Eagle.
God, that guy is not, he's not hot. I'm sorry, he is not hot. I don't know why. Yeah, Legal Eagle. I don't know why she thinks he's so good looking, but he's not that good looking.
I think it's her preference, probably.
Yeah.
Probably likes the beard.
Yeah.
Probably likes the beard and stuff like that. That's her preference. But
I like a good beard and everything too, but yeah.
Personally, I don't watch content creators because they're hot. That's just... I don't watch Warren Buffett because he's hot. Let's just say that much. I watch it because he's like one of the best fucking investors, value investors in the United States history, in my opinion. So I don't watch people based on that. But I wouldn't compare Wrinkle of the Bailey to Gray Hughes because I think Wrinkle of the Bailey is actually a practicing attorney. So, or at least was. So I would say he would have way more knowledge of what was legal and what not was legal than Gray Hughes, to be honest with you. But
yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's an attorney. That's just like, it's like me comparing myself to an attorney. I'm like, I'm not going to be smarter than an attorney than an attorney.
The thing is, though, he does think he's smarter than the attorneys, right? Like, oh my God, he's hot, Lee the B. He is hot. Runkle is Canadian, though. He's fantastic. It's Canadian law. Yeah, I've never watched.
Still, I mean, like, still, to be an attorney, there's a certain different mindset you have to have. So just because you're an attorney in another country doesn't mean you won't have the same mindset that you can still, I'm sure if he went to the United States, it wouldn't take him long to get his bar.
Right.
Pass the bar and be a lawyer here if he wanted to. So just saying, like, the guy has a different way. It's a different way of thinking when you become an attorney. So he's a pretty smart guy. I would say that much. Do I agree with every opinion he has? No. But I think he's pretty smart.
I've never watched.
And then the queen herself, Emily D. Baker, right?
Yeah, these are all lawyers.
And then I don't like this guy's content. And guess what? That's okay. We don't have to all like the same content. Not everyone is for everyone. I literally have a cross-stitch pillow, I think that's what it's called, that says, I'm not for everyone on my couch. It's adorable. Well, Gray Hughes saw my video as an attack and was not too happy about it. Not only did he send me multiple midnight emails, he didn't think that my response was good either. Let's get into it. So here we have, at midnight 30, Gray Hughes saying, it's very disappointing you decided.
Why'd she say it that way? Midnight 30.
That's kind of weird. You should just say 12:30 a.m.
At midnight 30, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Feels like old, like we're on like fucking 1800s. Midnight 30.
At midnight 30.
By candlelight, I received an expressed letter from Sir Gray Hughes, who stated his displeasure about my recent inquiry about his exploits on the true crime sphere. And I responded, he was not entertained by my inquiry. Okay.
Yeah.
To attack my channel. Giving opinions isn't attacking, calm down. What you don't seem to realize, nor likely will care, is that my channel has donated over $235,000 to charity in the last 5 years. And that's why I push so hard to bring in super chats. The donations are made from my income, not doing fundraisers. I have given blah, 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 blah. I've given this company whatever. I have also given now 2 years in a row, blah, blah, blah. I have given blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Much more money has been given to other charities out there. My channel takes the facts in cases.
Look, I've given over 100K to a DNA fund we created that identifies Jane and John Doe's. So where's the we created? Like, did he create that?
No, he did not create that. What he did was...
Very interesting statement. We created.
Yeah, no. He gave money to people and it helped fund that. It's as simple as that. Which is good. Not going to take that away, but like in the end of the day, a good deed is something where you don't have to brag about your good deed.
Yeah, like my son likes to, when games are in like their beginning stages, Hello Neighbor was one of them. We donated and we're helping them to be able to fund the game. He doesn't get.
Is that the one with the guy that's like, they think he's like the devil?
Yeah, it's like the little neighborhood kid and then trying to break into the neighbor's house. And you got to get down the basement. It's an interesting game. It's odd, but they were in the beginning stages, like the beta stages, and they were asking for donations to be able to make the game better and to be a real game. That doesn't mean we created the game.
Yeah, but I also would recommend do not do early access funding. You usually get scammed on that.
Really? Well, this one turned out to be good. Yeah, but yeah.
Like 99% of games kickstarting are scams. They never finish the game.
Wow.
So, yeah. I can name a couple. So it's not.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful because like they'll be like, oh, we need money to complete the game, and then they'll never complete the game.
Then it's like, isn't that illegal?
Technically, no.
What?
Technically, they get away with it all the time. Look at Steam Early Access.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually.
So that's why I don't donate to... Like, if you play an Early Access game, which I used to a while ago, just consider that the complete game and move on. Rarely do they do updates and stuff like that.
Oh, like the last Fallout game. My son bought it a year in advance. It was a year late, and it sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
It's Fallout 76. Remember that one?
No. What happened there? Oh, she
It was bad.
knows.
Yeah, it
Miss
was
Upper
bad.
Thighs knows. Yeah.
It was bad. It would crash every fucking 5 minutes. The textures were terrible. There was no NPCs. It was terrible. It was absolutely trash. It took like 2.5, 3 years for them to actually make it a playable game. And by then everyone left. Everyone was like, fuck this.
Wherever a new game comes, yeah. Same SS. I keep yawning because it's a rainy day. All right.
And put the information together in a way that is understandable. Good for you. The live stream at times bring in the most revenue that allow me to keep being able to give away a lot of money as well. Videos like yours
What?
seem to be an attempt to keep that from happening. Will
Thanks,
you pick
Titanium.
up the pace and donate over $50,000 a year in my place? Please consider taking down the video as it's actually inaccurate and defamatory.
Now she's going to touch on this, but him saying, "Will you replace my donations?" Like that's the part about Gray and his donations that people don't like.
Wait a minute, but he said that he donated a total of $125,000.
Yeah, I guess he's talking about over all the years, 235K.
How many years has he been doing donations?
5 years. He said in the last 5 years.
So wouldn't it be 250?
Oh yeah, not 235. Yeah.
And
I guess
also,
if we're getting technical.
And also like how much is it taken by YouTube? How much is tax? See, this is why it gets like very sketchy. Like when you do that stuff, it's like you probably would have just been better off cleaner just doing the whole donation thing.
Right.
To be honest with you.
I absolutely agree. What are you eating?
No. I was just drinking something.
Oh shit.
Nice try.
I wanted to have good hearing like you.
Yeah. Well, I have headphones on as well. That helps.
Yeah, I don't know. I still suck at hearing. I'm like partially deaf, probably from wearing headphones, to be honest.
Like I have very sensitive hearing, very, very sensitive, to the point where I have to wear like earplugs or earmuffs when I'm sleeping because I can hear really far. I'm
actually partially deaf because apparently my mother Q-tipped my ears as a baby and it damaged my eardrum. But ever since, because I wear earbuds like all day long, like I'm always listening to music or podcasts or whatever, and I think it has sincerely hurt my hearing. My kids always tell me I'm yelling, and I'm like, I am, or like that I have the volume really loud. I'm like, it's not even loud, and they're like, it's blaring. I'm an old lady, B. Tim.
I know, and you should stop smoking.
God. I know.
Do you drink soda?
Oh, actually, I do. Yeah, and
you're going to destroy the enamel on your teeth too.
I have to. Well, I drink it through a straw. Dennis taught me that years ago. If you're going to drink stuff like that, because we're big on tea cooler in my area, and apparently that's really bad for your teeth. So years ago, Dennis told me always drink
vitamins. Do you take vitamins?
I do not, but I'm going to start. I do go to the gym. I work out. I do eat healthy, but I also drink a Red Bull a day, and I hate when people.
Oh my fucking God!
I know, soda.
I wish I invested in that company. I swear to God, I would have been so rich if I would have invested in that company. That was $1. That was a penny stock.
No, really?
It was a penny stock, and people used to short the fuck out of that stock. You know what shorting is?
Not really.
Shorting is basically you bet that the stock's going to drop in price, and you make money from it.
Oh.
Just to simplify, I can explain the details of the borrowing and all that, but that's to simplify. So everyone was shorting it, and then what happened was something happened, and it caused a short squeeze. A short squeeze is basically what you see with GameStop, where suddenly the buying volume gets so high, it pushes the price so drastically, and it results that suddenly a lot of people, because what happens when you short a stock, your losses are infinite, basically.
Right.
So basically, let's say you're shorting a stock, and it's at $3, you're shorting it, and you're hoping it drops to $2, so you make probably 75 cents, 80 cents on that stock, reselling, like kind of selling it again. If the stock jumps up to $5, you have to buy it you have to basically return it at $3 with a $2 loss. So when it started increasing in price drastically like that, it caused a lot of people shorting it to suddenly have to buy the stock up again, which caused even more buying pressure, which resulted in the price getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And it made a lot of people lose on shorting that stock.
You know, my friend does like something with memes or something, and one meme she got like over $100,000 from.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really. I don't know how, but
was it the FAFO meme? No, I'm joking.
No, I don't know. I think it was like a squirrel or something. If I don't know, I don't remember, but I remember her being like, "Oh my gosh, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "What? I don't even know how to do that stuff." No idea how to do that. We lost so much money in crypto recently that I wanted to throw up. You guys wouldn't even believe it. See, I don't like crypto and all that stuff.
Crypto, I mean, the problem with me with crypto is that it's a greater fool theory on investments, which you can argue that everything is a greater fool theory, which if you don't understand what greater fool means is that you're hoping that a greater fool comes around and buys for a higher price than you bought it. The problem is like, I think the original concept of cryptocurrency making transactions cheaper, because you have to realize that two banks basically have ledgers. So when you withdraw money, one bank records you withdrawing money, and then they compare it to your other bank that has the money and says, "Oh yeah, so and so withdrew money, so you have to give us the money for the withdrawal." So banks have ledgers, and the whole idea of crypto is to make it that the chain would record the transactions, and that the people that would be maintaining the chain would be paid with cryptocurrency. The issue is that the operating cost of the gas gets too high for old cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, so it's not plausible, the gas price and everything, like that's what they call it. So they try to invent other crypto that would be cheaper and easier to maintain. And Bitcoin, because of a bunch of rich people bought it and everything, has become an asset like gold or silver. And really, it's not. Its original purpose has mutated from being something that would seamlessly do transactions through, banks and stuff like that, and make it cheaper and lower fees, to now being used as a means as an asset class. And I just don't agree with that. I think crypto actually is a very interesting situation. I think it would be good if we actually implemented it. But I just don't agree with the whole idea of crypto being an asset class, because I believe a lot of meme coins and a lot of rich people do financial manipulation to scam poor people who believe they're going to become millionaires by tomorrow. Sorry about that. That was a slow.
That was a whole tangent. I'm interested.
But I do collect silver. I have silver coins because just in case the apocalypse happens, I have silver coins. But anyway.
And what are you gonna? What good will silver coins be during an apocalypse? Like
you would probably go to since most people, obviously bulletin will be very important food, but like obviously my thought process, because I used to follow a lot of silver people, is like I wouldn't have a block of silver, because then you would have to chop up pieces of the silver to pay people. So I collect coins that are pre-1964, because back then anything before that date was 90% silver. So you can get junk silver. Any like dimes, nickels, quarters are 90% silver, and they're like worth way more than the actual value of a coin. Like I believe if you can look up, like a dime is worth like $5 or something like that in silver. So you can collect like prior like silver coin, like because they're junk silver, they call it, if you look up junk silver.
Very not interesting. Thank you for sharing with us.
I'm sorry. 1,000 people, like everyone left. They just left. They're done.
They're like, what is this? All from a can of Red Bull, right? Yeah, Red Bull's so bad for you, though. I know it. But all right, moving on.
First of all, sir, if it was defamation, it would be libel since it is published. However, no, and no, it's not. No, I won't take the video down. Yes, you can go suck a butt. And D, no, that'd be C, wouldn't it? I don't care. No, it's not defamation. It was all my own opinion. I was literally critiquing your channel and not really giving feedback, but saying that I don't like how you're begging for money. And also, I don't care how much in donations you've given to anybody. That's irrelevant. Are you gonna take my place and give this much? No, because I do give to charities. None of those, I don't think. Don't give to RAIN. I don't do the DNA one. Yeah, I don't give to any of those. The charities that I do donate to are none of your business. I try to stick with local ones though, so I can support my local community. However, that is giving very high and mighty, and very much so like I'm needed, which is like, sure, your money's needed in those places. Awesome, that's great that you do that. I don't care, I still think you're cringe and I don't like your attitude. I also don't like the other 2 emails you sent me at midnight. And then he said one more thing 30 minutes later. So you know it's gonna be good because he had time to just fester with it after sending one at 12:30 in the morning. Now it's 1 a.m.
30 minutes later. He's sitting there so angry in the middle of the night, can't sleep over her commentary. Oh, you're not as impressed as I am, huh? I think that's hysterical. Yeah, he's good with maps. Yeah, I mean, I'm not negating the guy's work, right? He does a lot of really good things and all of that, but he is an arrogant asshole. I mean, he is. Oh my gosh, freaking kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, anyway, I gotta skedaddle. I'll see you.
All right. Thank you for coming up.
No problem. You have a good one.
You as well. Talk to you later.
You called me gray pubes, which arguably is hilarious. And that's a term that the trolls on Reddit, which stemmed from a disgruntled moderator. I have been on court TV over a dozen times and various other networks. I would think if my work sucked, they wouldn't have me on. Please reconsider affiliating yourself with these people. You seem better than that. Do I? You're about to learn. And then 30 minutes after that, again, he's really a 30-minute man here. He likes to go in increments, I guess. He's got to space it out. He said, you also mentioned that my theories are dangerous, which is a complete lie and defamatory. No, it's not. I can say that riding a bike is dangerous and another person might think it's not. I can say that you speculating on a case seems dangerous and someone else might think it's not. That's my opinion. He said, my theories are accurate. Your theories are accurate. You tell in the future? Are you Madam Cleo? And are from the probable cause in cases. I didn't say they weren't, buddy. You seem to have...
I didn't say they weren't, buddy. I mean, every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, he is emailing. Unsupervised, welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, he kept going and going and going.
I've given your ear to lunatics out there. Great, they're still here. They're intact, don't worry. Yes, sometimes I get frustrated on my show, but I know what it takes to support my channel and then be able to give away a ton of money each month so that we as a channel, it's not we, it's you, can make
Every grifter does that. We, us, what, every grifter.
A difference in the real world. My channel, unlike yours, isn't about clicks and views and wanting to be liked. I would hate to have to get attorneys involved.
There it is.
Your video is defamatory and false, and I am letting you know that. Gray, that sounds like a cute little threat. Cute little legal threat. At 1:30 in the morning on a Thursday? That's wild. So this is really where I thrive. So I, of course, responded to Gray Hughes Investigates and said, greetings, Gary. Thank you for the midnight flurry of emails. They were truly captivating.
Greetings, Gary. You know that ate him up. Greetings, Gary. Thank you, our Gary. If you would take a moment, please, to hit the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, greetings, Gary. Do you share? I don't understand any of it. I've never got involved in any of it, so it kind of goes over my head. But I respect his knowledge of it all, for sure. Yeah.
And entertaining. I mean this with little respect. I do not care about the charities your unlikable channel has contributed to. Your opinions of my channel / content or anything you have to say is probably one of the best emails I've done. Just so you guys know. It's great. He did not like it. He also did not think it was funny at all, which I thought it was hilarious. Well, maybe he did because he responded with an LOL. But anyways, my channel is opinion-based. I present information from the internet and give my opinion and commentary. I am a full-time content creator. I do publish content to get clicks and views. I love this straw man fallacy. What a groundbreaking...
Yeah, listen, I hate when people say that, right? Hey, Gigi. I hate when people say things like that, like, oh, you do it for clicks and views. Obviously, most of what we do is for clicks and views. If not, we wouldn't go live, okay? If not, we wouldn't have a channel. Like, that type of argument is so stupid. Obviously, we want people to be interested in what we're doing. We want clicks. We want views. You don't get to guilt people for that. Oh, thank you, you two bad actors. I really appreciate that. I was going to go on camera today, just to be a bitch to somebody else. But then I was like, you know what? Let's just start this thing. He runs people off daily by misrepresenting comments in chat. Oftentimes, he'll go off on someone, telling them how stupid, uneducated they are when it's a response to someone else. Yep, I've seen him do that as well. Take a comment not meant for him and make it, like, personal and then block the person so they can't respond or dispute it, and yep.
Concept. Content is posted publicly to be viewed by the public. Opinions are not defamation.
Hey,
published opinions, clearly stated as such, regarding a public figure are not libel. You are a public figure, and my commentary is opinion-based.
Thank you, Raven.
You are not familiar with me, and therefore not familiar with my audacity. That's my favorite thing I've ever said. I love that for you. My business address is included below in my signature. Please have your legal representative mail me a physical copy of your threats as I crumble up every one that I receive and put it into a fillable base of a lamp in my office. I would love to add it to the collection. I have attached a picture of the lamp. So
all right, now that's hysterical. She literally does have a lamp of legal threats crumpled up And then she put the middle finger candle there. That's actually hysterical.
You can fully appreciate it in all of its glory. With opinions and chaotic energy, Chelsea Suarez. I made sure to move the middle finger candle that I had over here over there in the picture. So how great is that? He did not like that, no. And the only thing he said back was, LOL, ellipses, you are an embarrassment. Good luck.
Well, it's with like the spacing and this, what is going on here? He yells at us. He does. Actually, let me pull it up. If you guys aren't bored of me yet. Like I said, I do have a thumbnail and another topic in mind. What? StreamYard said I received my first referral. Your first click on your referral link. Whoever clicked it, thank you. I don't know if that's true or not, but I appreciate it. Gives me a discount towards an overly priced as a StreamYard. And I started, sorry, being distracted with messages. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Exactly, and I love that. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. I was going to respond to somebody's HIPAA. You can't get somebody's medical records. That's called HIPAA. The lack of actual realization there is amazing. But I can make that into a whole, he did, Angel, yeah. I can make that into a whole stream. So I don't know if we should just talk about it now and get it off my chest, or if we should actually wait and do an entire stream on it. He is, Gary. Thank you. No. And to be a pretend lawyer who's never actually worked at a law firm and give that type of information is so grossly wrong. If that was the case, you don't get to sue somebody for emotional distress and then not have to back it up, right? Like if that was the case, everybody out here would just be suing on that basis. And then when the attorneys try to inquire into it, it's like, oh, HIPAA. No, it's not the way it goes. A raging banshee over there telling BJ that my attorney will have no way. Right. We're the idiots for it. Right. Yeah, I know. So I literally asked my attorney about it. I'll tell you his response. But I mean, it was obvious, but if you put those claims in, the lawyer gets to ask for proof of such claims. For example, you get in a car accident, say you hurt your back and sue. The defense team gets asked for medical records to support his claims and other records see if you had a pre-existing condition, meaning prior back injury. You claim loss of earning, you need to prove loss, and defense gets to request that info, like tax returns, earnings, etc. So I wrote back, so when her panel gets it, you can. It's a HIPAA. That's simply not true, obviously. Otherwise, people would make outrageous claims and hide behind, it's HIPAA. He goes, has zero to do with HIPAA. Exactly. I'll go trip and fall right now and make up a medical claim, and the defense team will have to go by my word I was hurt because of HIPAA. It's preposterous. An injury case defense can have you seen by another doctor with attorney present for exam. Another non-lawyer idiot that thinks they know how lawsuits work. So there's that.
And it took everything in me not to respond and say, no, you first. But, I thought I should just leave it like that. And I thought that was so funny. I thought that was great. So I feel like he got the point that I'm quite literally not the one. Anyways, truly crazy that still in this day and age, people are, as well as Uriel Brom.
Are you talking to me, Tenny? I'm interested in this. Do you not have other content you can watch that you don't think is BS? Why are you here watching? Should you go watch one of the millions of other things if you don't find interest in this? Because I sure do. So if you don't, sorry, go have a nice day.
butthole that people in 2025 in this type of industry, content creation, showbiz, kid, are trying to silence other people with legal threats, with empty legal threats, really, when they don't have a legal leg to stand on, just to scare people and silence them just because you don't like their opinions. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Like, what are you scared of? If there's no validity to anything that the person's saying, either ignore it, or if they are stating it as a fact and it is, you know, messing stuff up for you, then sue them. Well, if it's messing stuff up for you and you can specifically prove that it comes from like them, you know? Anyways, that's wild. I love that for me. And that is actually going to be at the end of this video.
And she's right. I did liability claims for Safeway, Albertson stores. Claims absolutely have to have medical records prove the claim. Right. I mean, I can break it all down. Like I said, though, I can make a whole video out of it. I have my thumbnail ready to go. Actually made several of them, but let's see which one you all prefer. And we will absolutely correct the stupidity. Oh, Pineapple, she's unbelievably unbearable. And everybody's just getting a small taste. So here's my one thumbnail for it. Anyway, let's stop her right there. Let me fix my screen. All right. So here's my one thumbnail. Get it? Anybody get the reference here? You have to get the reference here. Cracked me up. Like the stupidity. And honestly, here, I'll even get it. Hold on. It is so fitting. Let me remove it.
Electricity.
Very good.
Constitution.
That's it.
Philadelphia.
Smart. Good.
Fish?
Yeah.
Pony?
Yes.
Hip? Hip hop? Hip hop anonymous?
That's about the educational level we are working with here, folks. So don't blame them for, pretend attorneying. So we got this one. Or we got the poor little hippo suffering. Ah, man. The stupidity. The stupidity. Hip. Hip up. Hip up. Oh, boy. Hey, Kathy. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Sorry. Defamation. Yeah, right. So honestly, I don't even want to acknowledge it right now because I was going to, again, do a whole stream on it. But I will say this, and maybe the pretend lawyer over there can figure this one out, okay? Give me just a moment. Let me get this stupid thing off the screen and go ahead and break this down for them. The pretend lawyer should know this. People that threaten, like Cece said, litigation. First off, when you started litigation, you at that point should have been more than happy to show whatever it is you have to show, because you should already be backed up by the truth, right? So come on over here with me. Right? We're gonna let the computer say this word.
Subpoena duces tecum.
Okay.
Subpoena duces tecum.
So that's a writ ordering a person to attend a court and bring relevant documents. So when you make claims such as emotional distress, and that's part of your filing, and or loss of income or any of that, you can absolutely be brought forth and told to bring those documents and bring that proof, okay? Now, that's my whole thing, right? Like, if you are standing by what your claim is, you'd be jumping at joy at the idea to bring that proof. Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You'd be excited. You'd be like, I got this, judge. Let me go ahead and show you all the proof of the horrible things I had to endure by this person. But no, that's not the case here. Again,
Subpoena duces tecum.
go ahead and take a look. It's in the book. And honestly, I hear a lot of stupid things. I hear a lot of stupid things, of uneducated things pertaining to the law and to this lawsuit, but that's usually coming from your average person, not one that's claiming to be a lawyer. If everyone used HIPAA as a means to avoid producing evidence in a lawsuit, one where they're claiming emotional distress, there'd be no such claim available. This is all nothing but projection, okay? And maybe she should take her own advice and use ChatGPT or watch a few YouTube videos to see how absolutely ridiculous she sounds. When you're the party making the claim of emotional distress, you should be eager to produce your medical records to prove it. The fact that she isn't will surely tell the courts enough. But in such case, where they don't want to produce their own proof, an attorney and or the courts can pull out a
Subpoena duces tecum.
And that's frequently used in both civil and criminal cases to obtain evidence, such as medical records, financial records, or business documents. Okay? So that's the point of this.
Subpoena duces tecum.
Is to collect, frequently used in civil and criminal cases, to obtain evidence, such as medical records, financial records, or business documents. You can't just claim emotional distress and loss of income and expect not to have to back it with evidence. Now, luckily for her, we likely won't get that far in. We likely won't need depositions because the judge will likely see exactly what this lawsuit is. But if we do get that far, that is what will be filed. You can't just make outrageous claims and think that you get to hide behind HIPAA and not get to provide it. And this is now a quote, okay? By claiming emotional distress, that person is putting their mental health into quote-unquote controversy. This means the defense would be able to subpoena the plaintiff's mental health records and possibly even depose the plaintiff's mental health providers. This is essentially for fairness because otherwise the plaintiff could allege absolutely anything and the defense would be completely powerless to disprove the allegations. The lack of basic knowledge of law and or research coming from a supposed true crime channel and an alleged lawyer shows why they thrive more in drama than actual true crime. The stupidity is astounding. But we'll take your whole rant and all of that. We'll make sure, the judge hears about your HIPAA claim. Yeah, you can just go ahead and claim emotional distress and not have to back it up. Oh, no, Candalee. No, Candalee. A real true crime creator would know this. Right. Right. Or somebody who claims they went to school, they're a lawyer. Don't you think if you went to school to be a lawyer, first off, that person just lies all the time, but that's okay. What kind of lawyer would come online and have a failed YouTube channel, but not a career as an actual lawyer, not even working in any type of legal field? Oh, she's a Southern Belle. Let's just take her word for it, right? People had to show proof of emotional distress because of HIPAA. People like Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk would be swamped with claims of distress. I can't sleep because of Elon Musk. Pay me, right? Yes, I got a trophy sent from that person. As a nurse who was involved in a lawsuit, those medical records are definitely obtained. Right. Again, if that's the way it worked, everybody would be claiming that. Exactly. Butter. What kind of people would even have her as a guest? That's my whole thing. Can I pet that link? Can I pet that case law you claim exists? Dream woman, right, Kimberly? It's so unbelievable. So yes, again, you don't get to claim such and not have to back it up. You are grossly reminding me of this.
Electricity.
Very good.
Constitution.
That's it.
Philadelphia.
Smart. Good.
Now here comes BJ.
Fish?
Yeah.
Pony?
Yes.
Hip? Hip hop? Hip hop anonymous?
Yeah, that about sums up. Yeah, common sense would tell you as much, wouldn't it? When she flipped the script and started saying she's a victim of Nick and that night, I don't even. It's only a matter of time. That's all I could think when I heard that. Hip hop. Yeah, no. And then to say she doesn't think I speak to my attorney. I'm glad you don't think I speak to my attorney. My billable hours that you may just be paying for will tell you otherwise, but go on with yourself. Not her new best friend, her own new best friend, another one that went at her, hated her, but they're now trying to, be best friends over me. We saw how the feud before that worked out. She'll have the same experience here, believe me. This is Grainy Watcher, formerly known as Steve. Will not do it, even Steve. Yeah, you can come up. Maybe because she constantly has to go to court for her domestic violence committing husband. She thinks she's a lawyer. I don't know. She does, big girl for life. She does. She really does. Sad thing. Poor girl. I'm a victim of despair. I was going to pull up, so Gray is so important that he actually has Facebook pages. He demands to be paid. Oh, it's our YouTube Bad Actors. It's our friend. Look at that. Do you run this Facebook channel? I love this. It's you.
Well, I tried my best to make 2 videos to help augment the revenue with ad revenue, but
I told you all before, she always has to have a loudmouth drama vulture on her side. Hey, Earth Angel. To feel empowered. And that's exactly what this is. And you will see this person will not only tank Brittany's channel, try to sub-grab as many people as she can, and then she will attack Brittany. That's exactly what they do. As what has happened with everyone before this. And again, if you're going to get legal advice off of somebody, stop going for the freebies because they're clearly not giving you the correct information. You are so sorely and sadly mistaken if you believe that you are able to claim emotional distress and or loss of income and hide behind HIPAA or any other type of bullshit. Not only is it not up to me to disprove your claims, but it is up to you to prove your claims. So you have to bring that forward. Every single night, Titanium. But again, she's terrified of me. She can't even sleep at night. She needs me to shut up so badly. It's fucking sickening. And then crying I doxed you? Did you cry I was doxed when your buddies were reading the documents you passed around? The documents that you had your mod going to people's discords to pass around when they had that up on their screen? When Blue Balls over there had my address up on his screen and he said it's not a dox because it's public records? Were you crying then about being doxxed? You signed yourself up to be doxxed through this legal document. You don't get to cry dox. You signed up for it. So sick of her. Anyway, let me log off before I say some shit. You just know she gets all giddy and excited at the idea that she is finally being spoken about because Brittany really wants my attention so desperately. It's sad. Hey, Steve.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to talk about Gray Hughes.
Okay. Your audio is a little shaky, though.
It's going to get better in a second when I get far.
Okay.
Is that better?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. Yeah. You know.
Actually, no. It's not better at all.
No? Okay.
No.
Hold on a second. I wonder what I'm doing here wrong.
It's actually really bad.
Let's see. Let me try to put an earbud in.
Yeah, try that. I'm going to mute you for a second because it's bad.
Okay.
Trixie's, no, but isn't that ironic that that's what we said about her buddy Chronicles? And then don't you know that her buddy Chronicles, who doesn't think that we know who she is, literally emailed me? Like they try to act like they're, you're not slick. Yeah, it's like live from underwater. It's like you're near your Wi-Fi, but you're not. She just literally copies what I say and shit. It's actually concerning. This has gone on for years now. Literal years. You put all this dramatics in these declarations and then cry you're a fucking victim. Fuck off. She doxed me. Yeah, you doxed me when you added me to this litigation. Shut up. And I don't know, some would argue that letting kids, whatever. Good morning, Be Nice, try it. I think we'll just do a whole stream in response to her. That's all. Obsessive freak. Thank you for being here for 2 months. I really appreciate you, Be Nice, try it. Thank you again, Goody, for the 2 super chats. Kraken, thank you again. Right. Did you fix it, Steve?
Is that good?
No.
Really? You can't hear me?
No, it's you're like that.
Let's see. I can't believe you can't hear me.
Yeah, I mean I can hear you, but it's like a really bad sound with it.
Okay. Hold on a second. I probably know what that is. These settings are messed up.
YouTube bad actors, thank you. Yeah, you sound like a glitchy robot coming from the water.
Is it still like that?
Yeah, do you want to drop down and try to come back up?
I'm gonna drop out. I'll drop out and come back.
Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna kick you a little bit quicker. There you go. Oh, sorry guys. Thank you for being patient. That's buffering from connection. Thank you. No, you guys are right. But it doesn't matter if I talk about her or not. She still talks about me, so might as well get the content out of it and respond. You know what I mean? Why not? YouTube bad actors, thank you for everything you do. Here is YouTube bad actors link. They call out a lot of Gray's, a lot of his deleted streams. They educate people on the horrors that is Gray Hughes. Crybabies, weirds, tweakers, narcissists. I agree, actually. About the true crime community help victims. It never is, John B. It's a front. I agree. Hey, Steve.
How's it now?
A little bit better. Hold on.
Man.
Let me see if I can help you, too. You got your mic at 200. That's part of it. All right, try now.
How about it now?
Are you connected to Wi-Fi?
No, I mean, I'm in town, but
Oh, yeah. It's pretty bad.
I think better without this earbud. Is it any better?
That's a little bit better. Let's ditch the earbuds.
What I wanted to say is Gray Hughes. Okay, that guy takes everything the wrong way.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. I mean, to the point where two people will be in the chat conversating. All of a sudden, he'll stop in the middle of a sentence and he's like, what the hell do you mean by that? Shit. Well, who's that lady? He's always riding her ass and she just won't quit supporting him.
Oh, his one
But,
moderator. Yeah.
oh God, what is that? It's Cindy. Cindy. Like, Cindy, do you still not have a third brain cell? And it's like, you know, it's like two people chatting each other, and he just stops in the middle of what he's doing, and he sees a random chat, and he's like, "Your chats make no sense. You know, you make absolutely no sense. You're not all there. You're, um,
Well, he doesn't like when he gets annoyed when the chat's having their own conversation too. Like he can't stand that because he's an egotistical monster.
he's worried that he's not going to solve something.
Right.
You know, I think, and that's why you always hear him when he starts complaining. It always turns into you know, I hate when you guys are, you know, I mean, I'm here. Let's keep everything on conversation on the point. And, you know, so that we can work on this. I think he's afraid, you know, you get 20 or 30 people in the chat bouncing stuff around. They might figure something out without him.
Do you think that's what it is? I think it's just that
Yeah.
he wants attention.
Right. Well, that's probably the main part of what I'm saying. You know, it's something gets figured out without him. The only way you're gonna ever get him, I've done a lot of stuff with him. Like I've had a lot of phone calls into him. I've gave him a lot of money, actually, believe it or not.
Mm.
I mean, not a lot of money, but I've I've gave to you and I've gave to him, and I think that's it. That's all. Y'all are the only two people. But
Well, thank you for that.
I
I
will
really
say,
appreciate it.
I'll say this for Gray. I've never heard him poo-poo a donation. Like somebody gives $1, he does always say, like, you know, thank you, Jonathan.
Really? I've heard him say opposite. Like, oh, all you can
Yeah.
donate is $5. What is that supposed to do?
Yeah, personally, I haven't. But I would say whenever you heard him do that, it's somebody that he's got a vendetta against, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want to say, like, you know, he does tell people all the time, I don't want you around. Another thing is people just don't unsubscribe from him. If you look at his lives, you know, he's got whatever, say 160,000 subscribers, and he'll do a live on like Coburger or Delphi, you know, so that gets a lot of viewers. He'll have like 600 or 700 live viewers. At the same time, Tom Webster's got 3,000, and he's got I think
Right.
12% of the subscribers.
Well, that's what I always tell people. Your sub count ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is your base support, right? Like who your base supporters are what matters. I've seen people that have 1 million subscribers and they go live and they get under 100 viewers. So sub count really doesn't equate to anything, but that is bad analytics.
I mean, 100%. That's what it boils down to. Like, if when you pull your phone out, if I see Granny's watching live, do I click it? Yes or no? You know, do you click Gray Hughes? You definitely don't click on Gray Hughes thinking, man, I got to get in here. This is going to be an uplifting experience. He's probably going to be kind to me.
Right. People are afraid to comment because the way he responds. Yeah.
And he never understands Granny. You can take just a simple statement, like 999 out of 1,000 people get it. And he's the one out of 1,000 that doesn't. And he's like, oh, be rude. Go ahead. Like the other night, he's like, I know I'm starting a little later, guys, but I still need donations.
Yeah,
And,
he's greedy. He's unbelievably greedy. He's rude.
There's been a lot of times I've been halfway through a super chat and I just hold the delete button and erase it all because he's like, guys, we're not doing it again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, there went that $6 I was about to send you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't think
I
you're
mean,
alone in that.
I'll still send it, but not at that moment. It's not. He's not going to use me to say like, "Hey, there we go. Steve got the train rolling."
Right.
And
He wants to control everything right down to donations. He's just a very I don't know what it is. And again, he's not even like there's no excitement to when he's speaking. He's just very, monotone. There's no like up moments or there's no real he's like a robot. It's bizarre.
he's not a personality. He could do a lot better by getting a person like, say, just somebody like me. I'm not going to do the research, but I'll be personable. And I'll let him do 78-80% of the talking. Somebody like that.
Right.
But
I've
like a
never
great
seen him show receipts, Tilda. I've never seen him show receipts ever.
who Greg.
Yeah.
I have. He does what he does is at the last day of the month, he does the donation, and then at the very end of the stream, he does the donation about a half hour before he ends the stream
Mm-hmm.
for the whole month. He does it for the whole month, and then right before he gets off, he thanks everybody that donated that month. That takes him really the 30 minutes, And then at the very end, right before he jumps off, he does show a receipt. He'll show the screenshot of the foundation and the amount that he's like right there. You can see it's not pending anymore. It went through.
Oh, okay.
So he does do that, but I mean the guy, he's so freaking good at what he does, Greeny. He's so freaking good at it. He should have 1 million subscribers. He should have 15,000 people watching.
But he's an asshole, so nobody
But he's
cares.
you get 600 people in your live, but you got 160,000 subscribers. Every once in a while he'll realize that, and he's like, I don't know what the deal is. It's like blah blah blah, and I'm thinking, guy, what you've got is you've got about 110,000 people who subscribe to you because they appreciated the work you did, and then you alienated them at some point, and they just didn't click unsubscribe. But they've never came back. So, the last time
Yeah.
I was on there, he, like I said, he's like, we still need the donations, guys. We're getting down close to the nitty gritty. I know I'm starting later, but we still need to make our same goal. And some guy that's always in there, he goes in the chat and he's like, the earlier live streams are, I will admit, Gray, the earlier live streams work better for me, but I love your work so much, I'll just watch it on replay. And Gray Hughes reads it and he's like, I have no clue what that means, whatever your name is. When you type something in and it doesn't make sense, like, I mean, if you don't want to be here, then leave.
Well, because he's an asshole. Like, I'm going to play this video. This is what.
It's too late. You ever hear him do this? It's so late, Gray. Why do you start late? I got to go to work.
Yeah, he's a prick. That's why people don't support him. Here's one of his videos.
Yeah, I'm a terrible reader.
Hey, pretty eye.
Okay.
Yes,
well, I'm sorry if you don't like the way I read. It's far away from my face.
He did do it good.
Apologize if I suck.
Now, what he should have done is he should have stopped right there. That's what a normal adult would stop right there. I've had people do that to me, like, oh, your content sucks. I'm sorry you think my content sucks, Thank you for being here, though. Excuse me. But he goes further. He goes too far, and he follows up with this.
But thank you.
Oh, happy birthday, Angel.
JG Savage. I bet you look like a pile of shit when you look in the mirror, though. I bet when you look in the mirror, you almost vomit every day. So at least I have that going for me. I don't vomit when I look at myself, but I'm sure you do.
He thinks he's good looking.
These text messages are not hearsay because
That's the basis of gray, right? Like, first off, that's projection. Why why was my vomit? Like, he's just there. He's fucking weird. And then
He's
he
on the
goes on.
spectrum, I'd say.
I don't know what he is. I just
Yeah,
think he's an entitled prick
I
with
know.
zero
I know.
self-awareness.
I went to a high school with a kid for 1 year that was on the spectrum, and also was a diagnosed narcissist. And man, that combo is unique, and he really fits the mold. The only two people I've ever known of really that fall in that category. Uh, it's like when you get a narcissistic person, they're going to always throw jabs at you, but they're just a little bit on the spectrum, so he's not great at it. And I think it comes out as anger. And I mean, when he told that guy a couple weeks ago, if you don't like it, if it's too late, leave. After that guy said, "I don't care what time you come on. If I have to go to sleep, I'll catch it on replay." And he sends a super chat. He sent you money. And your
Yeah.
response is, "Oh, it's so late." I'll tell you what, here's an idea for you. Get out. How about that? It's too late for you. Don't be here. So I left a comment. I mean, I put in the chat. I said, "Congratulations on being the most unlikable man on the internet."
He really is. Look,
And
Paige says, I was a member of his channel and I do appreciate his visuals. I told him a timestamp for a video and he literally went off on me. That's the problem with him. That's the way he acts, right?
yep,
Like he doesn't know how to read a room. He's the smartest guy. You don't know better than him. How dare you tell him a timestamp? He knows the timestamp. He's really not likable at all. And this video here will also show you another version of why people dislike him, but he still acts like everybody else is the issue, not him. And you're right, his visuals are great.
Chance we could help get the support up for the channel on this channel. We've been doing this for 5-6 years now. It'd be great to keep the same support even when we're covering cases that people aren't talking about. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. That's it.
Right, he bullies people, true crime. Hell, I'm going through legal shit right now, and I'm not hammering my links or any of that. I would never. He just has no
Right.
love.
Communities, families cope in the aftermath. Yeah. Just trying to figure out it. Should I do these cases?
There he goes.
Amazing.
he's got no chill.
I think they're always interesting, but apparently it's not as interesting to the viewers. We only got 187 people watching. Nobody's supporting the channel, and it's absolutely turning into a
187
disaster again.
for a channel that's got 160,000 subscribers.
On Sunday, police officer.
Well, this is why. I mean, listen to him.
And you know what? He has donated.
But hey, guys, if you're
Recently, he's passed over $250,000, $250,000. So he
Yeah.
can use that phrase now.
Over 5
Okay.
years, he's done that. But he's
Over 5 years, which means he's made $250,000 himself because he
Right.
keeps half.
He keeps half of it, and that's how he's gotten people to donate. It's no different than any other grifts. Hey, if I give half of my money away, people are going to donate to me more. They otherwise wouldn't donate. Like he's
Yes.
not. It's a grift. It's a grift.
But it can be what I would call an acceptable grift. The last 2 years have went down. Like last
No.
year went a lower amount. He didn't make as much, and then this past year it went down yet again.
I have to
So
say, what would be acceptable is if he made his earnings, whatever I make off my stream today via YouTube ad revenue or whatever anybody decides to donate, if I then took half of that earning and donated it, that's respectful. That I give all the credit for. But if I'm telling my audience that you have to be able to give me money for me to donate, and if you don't, I'm going to hold everybody emotionally hostage and tell you all how I'm not going to go live anymore. And blah, blah, as if he is the only gift on YouTube, as if there's not a million other channels to listen to. He's gross. There's no other word for it. He's
Granny,
not.
I'll tell you this. I can tell you I'm not the smartest person in the world, but if my donations are dropping month after month, I think if I say, like, I appreciate everything you guys do. I know it's a recession, probably times are hard, so we're not getting as much, so we're not giving as much away.
But
But we're
that's the
still gonna
problem.
but we're still
He
gonna keep doing it, and I appreciate it. And whatever we give away is what we give away, guys. We're still gonna do it, and of course I want to give them as much as we can, but but I
and
appreciate it. And just don't pressure people, and you're gonna do way better.
But that's the problem. He does. He doesn't have that awareness to him. He doesn't care because there's plenty of people out here that are telling him what his issue is and he doesn't care. I know, Elster, he tried to fix this the best we could get right now. Right, and he wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't for the guys that he's given half of it to charity. Hey, MNJ. Welcome in, Lazy Deb. Welcome in, Cooters.
He says what he does is he gives 30% to charity,
Well,
and it
that's
ends
not
up
mm-mm.
being 50%, which I understand, because what he does is he takes the dollar and he pays the taxes on the whole dollar, and then he takes what's left out of it and he splits it in half,
Which is
and that's
ripping
what
off
he does.
the charity. That's not being done for charity purposes because you wouldn't have it come through an avenue where if all off the bat 30%, 30 up to 40% is taken off of it. So
Right. Well, because what people don't understand is this. He is okay, so he's taking the dollar in and he's paying half of the taxes on the dollar. The charity's paying taxes on the dollar too because he's splitting post tax. But really if he was really 100% on the straight, what he would do is he would donate half of the gross to the charity because those are tax free anyway. And then he
yeah,
would pay full taxes on his 50%
well,
as an individual, you know.
he wants to claim it all on his taxes would be my guess.
Yeah.
But the videos like this is why. I mean,
You're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel. We got the Buy Me a Coffees. We've got one coffee and we're currently at $9.50 on the show.
wow. I'd be grateful. There's shows I don't make anything.
Yes, sir. If you guys, that'd be great.
Yeah. But
When more lucrative targets were available.
he responded to me the other
Now, what's
night
happening?
and he said, "Oh, look at your name. I'm the most unlikable person on social media, but your name's Big Balls." That is the dumbest name. What kind of idiot would name themselves Big Balls? But of course it's a joke because Elon Musk, Big Balls. I said, "Hey, I wonder if I could jump on and get that name before somebody else does." But the point is, a few weeks ago when I first did it, he's laughing about it. He's like, "Big Balls is here. Hi, Big Balls."
Right, because it's based around his mood and he's a toddler. That's
Right.
why. Hey,
But then
Saya.
I tell him he's
What's going
unlikable, and
on?
all of a sudden it's dumb, it's stupid. You should never use that name. I get it, but I'm gonna get off of here since my audio is not great. But I was just gonna fill you in on some of that, and I've listened to him a long time, but 3 weeks ago I stopped, and I'm not going back.
Good for you. I wouldn't either.
So-
After like you said, your name was fine when you were supportive, but you make one comment he dislikes and he has to berate you. And at the same time, he'll block you. So you can't even respond to him berating you. He's a coward.
Yeah. He'll block. He does 24-hour blocks. That way, when he starts his stream tomorrow night, I think he does 16-hour blocks somehow. I hadn't figured out how. But the next night, when he begins his stream, you're all of a sudden back in there.
Right.
See? So he needs you at the start of every night. But when you get a little bit under his skin, you're trash
degenerate, you're trash, or yeah, he's come in my chat and literally said, "Oh, this is where you all hang out in this degenerate chat and this gross." And it's like, here you are though, right, Gray? You're here too, you asshole. Yeah, I don't like the guy at all. I have zero respect for him, and I'm not alone in that. Look how many people just and he gets it.
I've tried. I really have. I've over the past 2.5 years since I found him, I have tried every trick in my book to just keep it about the content because his content's so freaking good.
Yeah.
And
it's a shame that
and
he's
it's sad.
abusive.
Aaron Stoner's good. And
Right.
Tom Webster, they're good. I mean,
There's millions
some
of
other,
other good channels that
yeah.
appreciate your viewership. Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you letting me up, and
I
yeah, you're
appreciate
not
you.
alone. You're not alone in that. The guy's got problems, and I've got him to put. I've got my ideas mentioned on his show before by emailing him in private
Yeah.
and kind of wording it to where I kind of make it sound like I got an idea of it from him. I just took it like one more step, and
See,
then
I wouldn't
he'll
even
mention.
bother at that point because he's a narcissist. So.
That's how I've done it in the past when I wanted everybody that was in there to hear my point.
Right.
But
Is everybody's audio like that?
So
To me, it's coming through like so choppy. It's hard to hear what you guys are
yeah,
saying.
My audio's fine.
Is
I'm
it
about to get
okay?
off and see if that fixes it, guys.
Yeah,
But
thank you, Steve. I
yeah,
appreciate you.
yeah. Thank you, Granny. I'll be
We could
listening.
hear you for the most part, so thank you for sharing your opinion and perspective, and I'm sorry he
Yeah,
treated
for
you that
sure.
way.
Yep, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was more what he did to the other guy. I mean, the guy says, "You're so great at this. I'll just watch it on replay." But it is better for me when it's earlier. I can't deny that. How do you not understand that?
Right. How do you take that as an insult to you instead
How
of
do
the
you
compliment it is?
take that as a slap in the face? How do you not respond to that by saying, "Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm going to try to start getting on earlier, but if not, I appreciate you watching the replay."
Because he doesn't have self-awareness. That's why. Because the guy's an arrogant prick.
So, but
Yeah.
bye, guys. I'll be listening.
Bye, Steve. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
He said he has all the chats from other channels in front of him. Said he better not find his subscribers in those chats. He's come in and chastised people that he labels his subscribers for being in my chat. Like, the guy is sincerely ballsy, a complete arrogant, extremely arrogant, entitled piece of shit. I mean, I could never, like I said, there's times you go live, you don't make zero. You get zero super chats, zero cash app, zero anything. But I would never be like, I'm not going to come live anymore. He's gross. I can't even think of another word. He's very off-putting. Right. People are scared to chat because he abuses chatters who make regular comments. Yes. And if you started chatting with, let's say, Mr. Blue here, and he catches you two having a conversation, he freaks out about it.
Yeah, I've heard it many, many times where he talks about the side chats and stuff going on, and it's like, the things that you say every moment, especially with the dead silence, aren't the most interesting things in the world, bro. Like,
Right.
we're
And that,
perfectly capable of having a conversation ourselves.
and this right here, him screaming at his chat for saying hello to other chatters, like, oh, you don't all have to say hello to Lazy Wolf, or that's why the chat's even there, because those chatters have built a relationship amongst each other, and they only go to his chat so they can all talk with each other.
Yes.
They're certainly not there for him.
That is the thing that I think so many people misunderstand about this platform and the benefit. The thing about streams that are so good is it allows you to have a community conversation in a way that, I don't know another way to go about this. And when I see people that stream, that minimize chat interaction, that minimize those discussions, that don't play into it, I just think that they fundamentally misunderstand the strength of the medium. If you want to just put out videos and have just your opinion and nothing else, then just release videos and don't do the chat thing. But I mean, its literal strength is conversation.
Well, and who would be, I would never get angry. There's times I won't comment somewhere because I don't want to like distract the creator with people saying hi to me, or I feel bad not being able to say hi individually back, right? But I would
Oh, yeah.
never, I love the fact that these chatters, inside the chat, that people say hi to each other, they ask, how have you been? There's a community here, and that's what you want. I would never, ever, you'd have to be an insecure narcissist to come between that. Like,
Well,
you don't have to say. He should be thankful they're saying hello, because that's the only way the chat's even moving.
Well, and even if you want to look at it from his logic, I mean, if what you're wanting is donations and repeat people coming in and staying in, I mean, having that chat it could be a hook if you're a narcissist. If
Right.
you
Make
think
make
like
them feel
that,
welcomed.
yeah, I mean, you want to foster that. I mean, it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me from any angle, be it his own personal ones or ours. I can't see, minimizing the importance of the interpersonal communication between your followers.
Right. That's like in the mornings when I say good mornings to everybody. I know there's people that hate it, right? They hate it. But for me, I want you all to see that I see that you're here and I'm thankful you're here. But then I'll get to a point where like I'll accidentally say like, hey, jet setter. And then I feel bad that I didn't say hi to everybody else. So I say hi to everybody. It's a really hard thing to balance. But at the end of the day, like, be thankful that people are even there. He's not, because he's entitled.
Well,
He's an
I'm
ass.
not even a creator, and it can be hard sometimes in chat just to get all your your tags and your responses and everything back to folks. So I can't even imagine how hard it is from your perspective with wanting to include everyone and make sure you talk to people. And I mean, it takes more effort than folks realize. If you haven't had 20 or 30 people in the course of a relatively short period conversate with you, it's
Right.
it
And
takes effort.
like right now, if this was his chat, he would get mad. The real cows. What are you and Lucia talking about? Are you not watching me? Oh, why do I even do this? What is the point of me? I'm not. You know what? Until I get $20 in donations, I'm just gonna sit here. We'll just sit here. It's like, you son of a bitch.
The last time that I went in there,
Exactly.
I haven't been back since, but there was a particular claim, and I had it in my notes, and I wanted to ask him because I remember he covered it also. If he remembered exactly where in all the videos and stuff that was, and he didn't remember, but the whole exchange was just awful. I mean, whenever I finally found it, I told him, I was like, oh, it's in your 8-hour stream. And he went off about, he doesn't do 8-hour streams. He don't have that. What the hell am I talking about? It's crazy. He don't get it. He doesn't understand why somebody can't just tell him where it's at. And so then we started giving him an exact timestamp, to which he proceeded to misread multiple times and then get angry at all the chatters telling us we're wrong. And by the end of it, there was literally 5 or 10 minimum people in chat who had all pulled it up on their own and had already watched it, and he still hadn't. And he was just losing his mind about it. And I thought, not that that's some massively egregious thing compared to other stuff he did, but it just shows, like, anything that you try to do, at least in my experience, he gets upset about. He doesn't like my name. He doesn't, it's always something with the dude. And it sucks because a lot of times he does have non-conspiratorial opinions that I think are beneficial. And it can really make it can really kind of poison the well, so to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I think it does anyways, when you've got a lunatic, yelling at people about it and hurling insults at everybody over
A misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Big Boss said, for a gray lawsuit. She hurt my feelings, Your Honor. That's what all these people sue about, isn't it? But look, right here in this video, right? It's all just, he's going off on people for not donating. Dead air, boring. The music, elevator music, puts people to sleep. Like, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
See, he knows it too.
All right,
He said,
guys. Checking again. If you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel relies on your generosity for its survival.
Great idea, Angel. That's what we're doing.
I mean, literally. And we're currently just...
We're currently
just what? I don't know what the deal is, you guys, but it's we're at a really low point right now. So if you have the ability to help support this channel to keep it going, I would appreciate it. Might have to make some different decisions coming up here.
How many times does he say he's going to have to make different decisions? He's not going to be able to go live. Then don't do it. Don't do it. See how many people give a shit. Well, I don't get that, CK. I don't get it. I would never. Or
I think he made
go live.
I think he made a fundamental misunderstanding, like a lot of people did following COVID with the boost that he got. When you're looking at on paper year to date, how much you've grown, and you see like there's been this increase over the last few years of accelerated growth, and he sees that. I'm sure he didn't think that all the way through, and he thought, oh my God, if I grew that much last year, and each year my growth rate's been increasing, by the end of this year, it should be, I don't know, whatever he thought, and not taking into account that
I don't
COVID
even think
caused an artificial bump.
I don't even think it's that deep. I think it's as surface level as what it seems. He is driven by money. He feels that he is entitled to other people's money. He feels like his time is more valuable than what it is. And he wants to be paid on a free platform where somebody's a member. You should be fucking thankful because they can watch for free. He doesn't have the gratitude because he's entitled.
I mean, I think maybe you misunderstand exactly what I'm saying. He made the transition from having a job to relying on this solely for his income.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying about COVID. When he made the decision to leave his job and do this full time, it definitely ramped up to another level. It's always been like this to some extent, yes, for sure, without a doubt. But whenever he left the job, that's when this got, I mean, I don't know, to me anyways, it got to a level of deranged that it had never been before. So,
well, a normal person would be completely mortified at their own behavior. And again, there's channels like YouTube bad actors, and there's Reddit forums that he's aware of. He could take what they're saying as constructive criticism, because a lot of it is.
Yeah.
Instead, he takes it, they're all trolls, they're all this. I mean, he just doesn't care.
When so many people, he left his job like maybe a year or two ago tops. He had a big conversation in his community about, if he was going to do this full time and go on every day for him and stuff, and how, it was like a big decision and da 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 da. I mean, I don't follow it enough to know all the details. I'm just trying to explain what I imagine is going through his head.
Maybe it's time he goes back to work then.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting. If you're that bitter and unhappy, I don't think it matters if you even could be successful. You shouldn't stay involved in something that creates that much tension and anger in your life.
Right, to the point where you're misunderstanding, basic chatters chatting with each other and yelling at them.
Yeah.
Like Steve said, the guy said to him, yeah, you're right. I do like your earlier streams, but, I enjoy your videos so much that I'll replay them at any time. And he's like, if it's too late for you, then get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, the response would be, I really appreciate your support. Thank you for catching, the streams when you can. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up. Instead, he's like, oh, then leave. Get out of here. Shut up, Gray.
The crazy thing is, I've seen him go on other streams where the creators are totally not comfortable with that. I watched him go on Web Sleuth one time. She said something to him, which, she's so sweet, that Trisha lady. I mean, she definitely wasn't forceful about it, but he was pushing her subs to give her money, and he was telling her, oh, you got to do it like this. Like, you have to push these people. If you don't, they won't give anything. You're providing this service. You have to be compensated. And she was very uncomfortable by the whole thing. She was telling him, she didn't care about that wasn't what it was about. And he was telling her she deserved to be paid. It was a very interesting interaction, to say the least.
It sounds it. I mean,
I mean, it would be like him coming on your channel and telling your subscribers that they weren't giving you enough money, essentially.
Right. And I get to an extent where you want to be paid, but that's why you go through the YouTube partnership program. You do your content the best way you can for ad revenue, because that's the only money that, quite right. I mean, again, memberships are a blessing because people can watch for free. Super chats and anything outside of that is an absolute blessing. You don't expect it. It's a great day if you even get one. This guy thinks that he's entitled to what, 250 a stream? He is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not trying to take up for the dude or something. I hope nobody, is hearing that. I obviously think that the behavior is terribly egregious.
They get what you're saying.
Yeah, just trying to fathom like what thinking on his part can lead to this sort of behavior. It's just, I mean, there's nothing that justifies it. It's been awful for years, and to me, it's ramped up. It's got progressively worse from Delphi, and then the Watts stuff. He talked, he hated all the lingering Watts things that went on, and then since then he's kind of just done it with any popular case. Anybody who followed it, anybody who paid attention were morons.
Right. If you think that they got the wrong guy in the Delphi, you're an idiot, you're a moron, you're uneducated, you're garbage, you're a degenerate. He's all of those things.
Yeah, he definitely cuts in on people to an extreme degree. I mean, I don't, like I said, I think it sucks because I think that there could be a place for him and some of the, like, especially the 3D recreation interior stuff that I've seen him do and some of the timeline
Yeah, that's
things.
really cool.
I just, even some of the camera things that he knows about, I just.
Well, like Young Black says here, just knowledge. I'm an urban economist. Urban as in anything having to do with space, so mapping too. Google Maps is amateur hour. If he was in tech, he didn't do anything with GIS, in my opinion. Really, what he does seem like, amazing. Some of it is amazing, but it's just that he has the time and the knowledge to go those extra miles. Quite frankly, anybody can learn it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not saying
Thank
he
you,
has some
Bob.
kind of deep skill nobody else has. I mean, it's not.
No, but
I
a
mean,
lot
these
of
are
people
just
do think of him that way, right?
computer programs. I mean, it's not like some kind of difficult thing to learn. It's just like you said, he's willing to sit there and take the time and plot away at it. Which I'm 100% not willing to do that. I would never. You will never find me hunched over a computer program for 8 hours to create a house and a video, no matter how useful it would be. I just don't have that in me.
Well, and if you do, right, you don't get to turn around and say to the audience, now pay me for doing so. Like that, this is where creators have it backwards. Bob H., you're welcome out for 10 minutes now. Thank you. They have it backwards because they think that if they go live or if they make a video, that the audience should pay for that the audience now owes them. But it's quite opposite. You garner your subscribers and your supporters via your content. Not vice versa. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these people do think that way. And then they put some type of ownership. Like now suddenly Big Balls is my subscriber and I better not see you anywhere else. Like they're building off this parasocial relationship based around detached from reality and entitlement that they don't deserve.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to control where other people are going. That's a level of sick that, I mean, that's some complex shit there. I don't even know what to say on that.
It's infuriating. It's like, no, you are lucky if somebody even subscribes. You're not entitled to that subscription. Again, it's a free platform.
Yeah.
Like if you decide to be a full-time YouTuber, that's on you to earn the money. They don't pay you for your content. You make your content and hope they enjoy it enough that they want to pitch into it. Like they don't understand that.
I mean, that's how everything works, and it's, if you've ever been a musician or if you're a visual artist, you certainly know the frustration of, frustration's a bad word. You certainly know how much effort you have to put in to get any notice whatsoever. And, if you get any money coming in, I mean, I couldn't imagine being so when people buy albums or something, I can promise you, I never think, well, you only gave me $15. I mean, you could have, give me another $5 or, I mean, I don't know. That kind of mentality's never crossed my mind.
Or the mentality that if they buy another album when they should have just bought yours, like, no, I don't get it.
That's, ooh, putting it that way, really. I can't fathom that.
And what's with the fucking visor? Like either wear a full hat or don't. But you look so. I'm sorry, I know that's so petty of me, but like the visor, who the fuck wears visors?
Yeah, I have to agree with that
like
one
his?
too.
It's like his stitch or something. That's how he gets seen. He's gonna wear these like ridiculous visors.
Well, you're inside. There's no sun shining inside. Like, why do you even have a hat on in the middle of the night? Like, just fix your fucking hair. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but like, just fix your hair. You're at the house. You don't have a job. You say, now you do this all day. Like, brush your fucking hair. Take the visor off, bro.
Well, and then like check this video out, right? A woman is fighting for her life, and look what he does. He's just like another person that I won't mention.
that wins. But hey, if you guys are out there, if you can please help support the channel. I know every time we do these press
This woman's being held, hijacked with a weapon, and he thinks of fucking money.
conferences, etc., nobody, it's very rare when people support the channel. So,
how are you watching this on the screen and saying, hey, give me money?
But as we all know, when there's a gun, that wins. But hey, if you guys are out there, if you can please help support the channel. I know every time we do these press conferences, etc., nobody, it's very rare when people support the channel. So if you could please do that, that'd be great. We've only got one coffee, one channel member.
This woman's literally beating off a man with a weapon as another car drives by, now being hit with her own purse, and he's talking about a fucking coffee for himself.
She was shot at, was she? Did I not just see a bullet exit the other side of the vehicle? I think there's, I may not
Let's see. Let's watch again.
Please help support the channel. I know every time we do these press conferences, etc., nobody, it's very rare when people support the channel.
Yep. So he actually shot it.
Please.
Yeah. Literal woman being shot at. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, donate to me as he's playing this, of all things.
Holy shit.
It's like the people that have actual victims of like horrific crimes, and then they cry about their self-inflicted victimhood, right? It's like how do you have the audacity or the lack of awareness to even compare or say such a thing while looking at something so horrific?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he'll spend the next few minutes.
That'd be great. We've only got one coffee,
seconds.
one channel member. It's not. We don't have another struggling night. Last night turned out well at the end. So
goodness, look at this.
Another decent night. Trying to get this month ended strong. Anyways, he's out there.
God Almighty.
And then,
yeah.
And it's weird how he keeps missing on all of these shots. Like every one of these shots, he hasn't hit her yet.
He hasn't hit her yet, Gray. He hasn't hit her yet. Wow, it's weird. He keeps missing. You asshole.
From point blank range, and then right then he hit her.
Yeah, and he's talking about money, and I think he hates women too. I do.
I hope just.
One of her, her ex apparently hired a hit on her.
Oh my God.
This, yep. But hey, he only got one coffee and one membership. Just like having that conversation with Stephen Stern's supposed ex-roommate that knew that he was a peeping Tom and had child CP, and he's justifying this guy not reporting that. Well, it's a democratic state anyway. Misogynistic narcissist.
I'm genuinely, that's...
Yeah. He hasn't hit her yet. I'm surprised. Oh, no, hit her. But have we hit that goal? Yeah.
God Almighty.
Unbelievable.
That is, imagining that woman, what she's thinking, running around that car, man. If you haven't ever been shot at and been, that situation, the terror, hearing bullets go by you and feeling concrete pepper you and shit as you're trying to run. The fear is
it's unfathomable, but he didn't care. He was more concerned about himself and money.
That makes my whole stomach just drop.
And apparently this is how he's always been. Let's see this one.
Hughes has some popularity.
Look at his face.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Grizzly, fucking blows him out of the water, and she did it in a much shorter amount of time. And it's because she's not a fucking asshole to everybody ever.
And he thinks because she's a woman, he shouldn't be higher. He really is. I can't stand the guy. He called Captain Howdy's murder victim a monster too. The murder victim was a monster.
Who is Captain? There's so many things that went by in chat that I need to know about. Who is Captain Howdy? Is that the guy that got popular in the Delphi case for a little bit with some of the conspiracy stuff about the additional witness that wasn't there and the people under the bridge and all that?
I don't know.
Can
I don't know who
anybody
that
in
is
chat answer. I think that was Captain Howdy. I think. I didn't know that they had a murder victim.
That's what he gets his respect me because I give to charities. How many other people give to charities? Well, all your subscribers give, not you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. That's
YouTube bad actor said yes.
also, oh shit, YouTube bad actor said, oh my God, that dude killed somebody? What the fuck? So
Like
much happened in
days.
this community while I was gone. You know, I left at the beginning of Summer Wells and I just came back during this case, and there's just so much shit that happened. That's crazy. He got popular through, like, I guess, or the way I knew about him was through Delphi. He was buddies with this guy who came up with this really big theory the year before the Keegan Klein stuff happened. And anyways, I'll spare you the story, but he got pretty popular. I didn't know that he killed someone. Damn, that's crazy. I've talked to that dude on here on YouTube before. That's wild. Somebody
No
else.
idea who he is.
So that's probably for the best, since it sounds like oh, you're releasing a video on it. Okay, good deal. I will definitely be looking for that.
Look, Ray yelled at me once because he was covering an old case in my area, and I just simply made a comment about it. Wasn't criticizing or correcting him at all. And he yells. Yeah, that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. Because he spoke with a victim's sister, he thinks he's better. Right. Or when he mentioned to, whatchamacallit, Cece, oh, I've been on Court TV, and I've been on this, and I've been on that.
I'm not sure what that matters because Tony has been on there.
Right. I mean, that's not,
I mean,
a lot of YouTubers who people would be shocked of have been on there. It doesn't really,
yeah, it doesn't.
I mean,
do
is it
anything for me.
exciting? It's exciting, right? Yeah, like that is, okay, you can brag about that. Whatever. But you don't get to use that in charity to shield behind criticism.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, Tripper, that's crazy. He's still an asshole, right? He's a greedy, entitled asshole. I mean, YouTube bad actors has dozens.
You want me to do the next 3 hours of this where you need to get to... I want to try to make the goal tonight. Last night we got absolutely crushed on here and only got to a third. And now we're only at a fourth. So
now here's my thing, right? You get daily goals. Okay, if you don't meet the goal, then you roll the goal over. You don't start a whole new goal and then say, well, we didn't meet the other goal. So then what do you do with the money if you don't meet the goal? You just pocket it then? Like, I don't understand him. He's a greedy, entitled jerk.
if you're out there and you can help support the channel, that's how this channel survives, is off of your generosity. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying it over and over and over again.
Like, even right there, he's berating them. How many times do I have to tell you, give me your fucking money? I would have more respect if he just say that. I don't know, this channel relies on your generosity. I don't know how many times I have to say that over and over and over again. Just come right out and say, hey, I want your money. Give me your money or leave. People claim he's shown proof. I haven't seen any proof. Good morning, spooky wife.
Well, he does it on stream. He does that on stream. I've seen him pay it on there before. I mean, I don't follow the guy closely or anything, but I definitely have seen him many times over the years. Back in like 2014 or so, before I knew anything about streams, 2015, I found him through some Jody Arias stuff that he did. And then, of course, he popped up with Delphi in 2017, and I guess that's what really got him going.
No, he actually was really big during his Kanika Jenkins.
I've heard that. I didn't follow that case as much.
I think that's what really grew him, was that, because he was really good at it. He was. I mean, his work is good, but he's so unbearable.
Yeah.
Even right here, how many times do I have to say it over and over and over again? Then stop saying it. Clearly your audience knows and they just don't care.
But that's just the reality. Okay, I don't have any other way. There is no ad revenue on these live streams.
How's there no ad
And
revenue?
If you want me to keep doing these, we've been doing
Listen, I do drama and curse all the time. There's ad revenue.
them for a long time.
Pennies.
It used
but
to
it's
never
there.
be a problem where you guys were supporting the channel.
Wow.
All of a sudden it's become where it's an absolute struggle on a nightly basis, and I don't want to have to deal with that.
Wow.
Okay, I could sit there and just make like 3 or 4 videos a day and probably do equal, you know, and not do live streams. But one of them has to give. Okay. Now I always try to explain to people, and they always go, "Oh, Gray, that's just stupid." No, it's a perfect example, but you don't want it to be, so you say something. So it's the same mechanism, except you would, and the reason it's not as common, what I'm about to tell you, is because
what the fuck's he about
a child
to say?
is something people probably think more about. Okay, but I've been grocery shopping before, had a full car, I bought.
He's not about to compare a baby's life to his fucking ice cream mountain, is he? Tell me he's not, psyops, because I can't.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. The gun thing earlier has kind of got me so thrown off. I'm barely even like tracking any of this. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
does
mean,
anyone know? Does he show the amount he takes in? I don't know. Dr. Walla? I don't know who that is. Right, doohickey. He's about to compare groceries to a baby's life, and then gets mad when people say there's no comparison.
Got 6 bags, ice cream.
All I know is going to be ice cream mountain. You sicko.
All kinds of shit. And on the way home, I started thinking about this program that I'm working on, like a Python script.
The fuck?
I pull into my, house, and I get out of the car, and I walk right into the house, and hours later, and I come back and go, shit, the groceries, while I'm sitting there.
Except for this is the grandmom who killed 2 of her grandchildren. But okay, go off and compare it to ice cream. Gray. Richard Allen Duff,
Granny,
counselor
I really
in prison.
appreciate you. I really appreciate you letting me up, but I'm gonna have to jump down.
You're still, yeah, I get it. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you so much. Sure. Yeah, you're always so polite. I appreciate it.
See how like you're still bothered by that, and he doesn't give a shit. Psyops is actually still shaken up by witnessing that, and Gray's going on about a coffee.
It just came to my mind again. Now you go, what's the Gray? That's groceries, not a kid. It's exactly the same mechanism though. And it
is it, you idiot?
Just means that a kid is less likely because, you might think of them more, or they're more important than groceries are. But it's exactly the same thing. It's actually so. But you guys, we're currently right now we are into 58 minutes of the show. We've got another hour. If we don't reach that goal, I won't be able to continue to finish.
Wow. What are we? We're almost 3 hours in, and we've received 10 from Kraken, 10 from Goody, 10 from Goody, 2. I'm not even going to add them up, right? And he's literally doing that. He's literally stopping midstream on a topic of a baby's life being taken way too early because grandma forgot them in the car. Second grandchild, by the way. Stops to talk about coffee again, compares the baby to ice cream, and now is talking about more money. And now he's not going to do the street. I don't know if I can go, but we can see he goes another, at least 7 minutes, but he's not going to go any further. I don't know if I can keep doing this. How do people listen to him? Honest to God, how do people listen to him? Kathy, thank you so much. That was a hard case. And he gives more about, I'm almost lost for words.
This one, I'm going to move on to do something else. Okay. That's what those goals are.
Oh, so if you don't meet the goal, I'm no longer going to talk about this case. I'm going to move on to something else. He doesn't give a shit about the case. He doesn't care about what he's really talking about. He cares about how much revenue it brings in. Wow.
It says it right in there.
And he has the nerve to say that CC's all about the clicks and views. You son of a greedy.
We set a time frame, and we do 2 hours. We get the extra third if we reach the goal. All right. That's about the only way I can do it.
and Tracy.
The only way he can sit on his ass and go through this stream is if they pay him to do so. And if not, he's going to log off and go scratch his balls and eat his melted ice cream. Are you serious? What do you think this guy would do if he logged off? You think he's going to go work a shift of Ubering to make up the money he didn't make? Of course not. Of course not. I would never let a grown man try to hold me emotionally hostage with this. Hey, B. He was live looking for personal cameras in Idaho. A homeowner confronted him and JH got scared. I heard about that. The melted ice cream. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to get off and go do something that's going to make him money. If I was a member of his channel, not only would I cancel in a heartbeat, but if I was in his show and he said that, I'd be like, bye, bitch. And I'd hope everybody would come with me. And you know what? I'm telling you. Craig's not going to be happy next time he goes live because we're keeping an eye out. And we're going in and we're all going to say hi to each other.
With the baby.
You're going to block us
Yeah,
all?
so you always get Zozo's type of answers. A baby isn't a sack of potatoes. I just explained to you. It's the same mechanism, everybody.
It's the same mechanism. The way you hear other people speak is the way you speak. It's the mechanism.
It's just that a baby is more important. Okay? I'm not going to cover this case if we're going to have these kind of conversations.
Then don't read the chat, you insecure bastard.
Okay? I'm really not going to.
Oh, Angel, I hope you feel better.
If you don't know, I don't know. We just assumed that I don't know where she's headed.
We're willing to take that ban, right? We're willing to take that ban. Watch, next time he goes live, he's going to have like subscribe for an hour on or some drastic number. So let's subscribe now so that we can go in. As this woman, again, as this is going on, stupid, Jesus Christ, because they have a different opinion. Because they have a different opinion, that's all. Mumbling under his breath like an insecure toddler.
Fair enough. I am approaching with the...
And I think that's going to be sort of what it is, where there won't be any support for the channel tonight because we're covering this topic. And I'm not going to be on the same side as all the ravenous people who want to...
Oh, now they're all ravenous people. Thank you so much, Doohickey. I'm going to get myself some frozen ice cream that I will not compare to my children, but I will hide from them.
See you get thrown in prison, and it's just going to be a nightmare. Okay.
So you can't handle different opinions. I love different opinions. I love it. I love when somebody comes in. Like, I've always welcomed everybody. Even if you guys don't like the Proud Fuzz, you think they're guilty, whatever. So long as you write it respectfully, I love nothing more than to converse with somebody who thinks differently than me. I want to hear why you feel how you feel. It brings for a great conversation. Maybe we can meet at a common ground, but he's so insecure that only he can be right. If not, you're ravenous.
I can just tell you.
And through your church. So
I mean, right now we're at a quarter of a nightly goal still. It's not budging at all.
And, I wonder why.
Do you also know, or did you know a person by the name of Euro?
Forget it, guys. I don't want to do this show. All right.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You can tell that he's not into the content, so the audience isn't. Okay? Sherry, hi. Thank you so much. Can you guys not tell when a creator's not into their own content? I'll give you one hint. Who's constantly falling asleep while doing true crime? They clearly don't give a shit for the topic, so you're not enthusiastic about it, but you expect your audience to be? Are you kidding me? Ugh.
I'm going to get out of here. Hey, thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm leaving because you all didn't donate enough.
Thank you to Kimberly Barr, Richard Watts, Div, Renee, Wonder Woman, Kathy Freidenmaker, Flounder23, Karen, Vegas Andrews, B. Sir, Heidi MJ, Viv Renee. Have a good one.
15 chatters, unless they're donators. I know, Dutch, I can't. Let's do Go and Grace chat and say hi to each other. If one of you know if Granny spent her 100 super chat on chocolate at the market, he'll cry. But we are doing that. We're just going to do it nicely, though. We're just going to go in and say hi and, hi to each other. Why not? We enjoy his content. We're just here to friendly support.
Jesus Christ. Good joke. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now.
Fake
and also
outrage.
thank you to,
Fake rage quit.
let's see, it was Benji, Benny, and then
oh, Lori,
James
thank
and
you.
Heidi on the coffee.
You guys, I'm going to stay live because Sherry and Lori just donated, so I'll give you guys a little bit more of my time, but not much more. Gotta pay, assholes.
Yeah, it's just not worth it for me, guys. I can't stand some of the comments that I see in there.
Then turn off your live
It's
chat.
just ridiculous to me.
Oh my god.
It's just
Oh my God.
it's embarrassing for me.
Oh my god.
On the true crime channel to have people using so little logic and just sort of throwing out this, oh my god, she's a psychopathic killer. It sucks.
Oh. I don't know, Kelly. I don't know. But again, this grandma didn't just forget a baby in a car. Her other grandchild, her other grandson from the same daughter of hers was also found deceased under her custody. That's a big whoopsie to make 2 times. But okay, Gray.
I mean, it's just really shitty. And nobody's supporting the channel tonight. It's
Sorry,
horrendous,
Gigi.
you guys.
It's
So why would I
horrendous.
sit here and watch and listen to people trashing every single element of, like, just, oh my god, this is a psycho.
Every element of what you think. How dare these chatters have a different opinion? Oh my god.
Oh, she's killing people. Oh,
She did.
Oh my god.
Ew.
It sucks, you guys. Absolutely sucks. You know, and think about it from my perspective. I'm sitting here and I'm doing the
Shut
shows that I
up.
always do, and nobody's supporting the channel.
Oh.
And I'm going to have to sit there and listen for another 2 hours of absolute gibberish garbage in the chat.
Does the chat speak to you, weirdo? Do you really hear them? Are you not adult enough to turn off live chat? Are you not adult enough not to read chat? Oh my goodness, I'm embarrassed I was a member for 17 months. Pancakes, you don't need to be embarrassed by that, but you do deserve an award or a free therapy session. I don't know which, because I can only imagine you left there questioning reality, and I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad you escaped the cult of Gray's berating, begging. The BB Club, berating, begging.
And not make
Gibberish
any
garbage,
progress
yep.
at all. Yeah, I'm not. It would have been interesting. I just don't want to look at it.
You weren't
I
even
wanna look at it.
interested in it.
Now, if you want, I can just. What I could do is just play the damn thing, and I'm not going to be part of it.
And
guys
thank
can
you,
do all
Pancakes.
your bitching you want, okay?
Oh.
So how
Poor
about that?
me.
I'll just play the damn thing, and you guys can sit there and sit there.
Or how about they can go watch it on whatever court TV you're streaming it from? How about that, Gray?
And call her a psychopathic serial killer all day long, and that's all. That's what you guys will do.
Oh.
All right.
How dare
I'm
you?
I'm not interested in it at all. So what I'll do is I'll just play it for you guys. So forget it.
Oh, so you just fake rage quit. Okay, and on that note, I am actually quitting. This guy gave me a headache. I appreciate y'all being here with me this morning. If you haven't, will you please consider hitting the thumbs up? Thank you so much to everybody who has donated. This is one of the times where you're reminded how just generous people are and that we are not entitled to it. And if you're ever in a creator's chat and they make you feel like you are entitled to donate to them, I hope you don't. I hope you click on subscribe. But in this case, I hope you all subscribe. Cheesy Weezy, get your Crocs on, sister, because we are going in next time. And we are going to say hello to Gray and the 4 active chatters that are still holding on for whatever reason, and make sure they know that we see them, we appreciate them when Gray does it. And I'm sure Gary over there will not appreciate our presence, but I promise you, one of you see him live, you shoot me an email. I'm shooting live, and we are going to go make sure Gray knows that we all see him. Okay? So, appreciate all of you. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. I don't care if he thinks CP is innocent. Nobody knows what I think. I've never said it. It's Friday. I'm excited to start to our spring break. I'm one of those people that enjoy when they're on spring break. I'm a weirdo, probably because I don't have to, wake up in the morning and all that crap. But, so hopefully the weather's nice, and I hope you all have a great weekend, have great plans. I will likely be live tomorrow. I know, you can't stand that, BJ. How dare I go live on a weekend, but I parent 24/7, 7 days a week. Don't mind if I do. Granny, look up Pro Hacked Vice. Is what Lesnick doing to you. Saw it in the same situation in Florida and Mass. Hold on. Pro Pro hac vice, meaning is a Latin phrase meaning, for this particular case, it allows an attorney who is not licensed in a specific state to appear and practice in that jurisdiction. An attorney admitted to another state can be, oh, yeah, that's what he pretended he was going to do when they were going to go after all these other, is he live? When he was going to go to all these other states to get people, but didn't. Redirect us now? Hold on. So many people left because I thought, he's not live. I can't redirect now, but I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can help you guys out. Land you somewhere. Well, ICMIL's live. We can roll on over there. I don't really have anybody I'm subscribed to live besides ICMIL, so I don't know. You guys are going to have to be lost for a little bit. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could redirect you. Are you going live nonsense? I can wait a minute and redirect to you, but if not, if you guys are lost in the maps world, maybe Gray Pubes will find you. Maybe Gray Pubes will find you lost in the sauce. How about when he chased down the Google Maps truck? It's like a kid with an ice cream cone. Oh, yeah, well. Right, you two bad actors? That's what I'll do. I'll send you over to here. All right. Thank you, Barb. You as well. Here you go. Wait for nonsense. We'll wait for nonsense. And in the meantime, you guys can go over, check out YouTube Bad Actors, check out some of their good old streams, and, you know, give them a few thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Also, Just Saying is another good channel. If you haven't binge watched some of their videos, they're particularly really good. I look forward to them. I was going to go to the markets today. I was going to, but it's a little rainy. I'm not feeling that well. I still might, Betty Boop, but I don't know. There's no movie out for us to see right now, so I don't know. Plus, I can't sneak you guys in. We'll figure out somewhere. I want to go to Shady Maple still, and I got to reach out to Crafty. She said she would meet me there. That's the other thing. I've met 1, 2, 3, 4. I've met 5 subscribers in person. Okay, Brittany. So this whole thing with like, I'm scared to be on camera, or I'm, you know, this or that. You're stupid. Wait till you have to come to PA for the filing you submitted. We'll see you then, huh? We'll see you then in all your glory. Are you seeing it? Be prepared, real cows. They clap at random times. I didn't know what was going on, but they were clapping. We don't know, Red. We don't know yet. You as well, Lee Michelle. Thank you so much. And everybody who's escaped good old Gray, I hope you know that that's not the normal way to be treated. You know what is such a turnoff that can be for subscribers? It's kind of like that one subscriber that took advantage of a woman who experienced real, you know, crime, which is why it brought her to the true crime sector. And then she was emotionally manipulated and stolen from, and, you know, fake photos of laptops with bullet holes in them. You know, that type of thing. It kind of turns these people off from the true crime so it's really a shame. Thank you, Crimes. Oh yeah, you'll enjoy it. They all go crazy at certain parts. Betty isn't going to show up anywhere. All she does is stall. Exactly, I didn't either. Well, I'll tell you what. We're requesting that they have to show up. Like, if the judge makes a judgment and she decides that this is a slap lawsuit, then when she makes that judgment of them, like what they'll have to pay back or whatever it is, right? If they don't have to pay back, if she decides it's not a slap, whatever it is, she has to hold a hearing for it. And we are requesting that each plaintiff have to appear for that hearing, which I think is fair enough, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's very fair. Like, they should have to show up. I do. won all day. I don't think you should sit in another state and file litigation and not have to appear. Whoa, this is falling. Hold on. Lots of ones. A lot of people agree. And then we'll see who's who and who's what and who's insecure and who's filtered and who's overweight and who's not and all that bullshit. I'd be okay if I never had to see Hung again in person, though. Oh my God, talk about fucking ugly. Inside and out. I thought we had like an earthquake, and I'm like, we don't usually get earthquakes. This is so weird. What is going on? And it turned out it was just him jiggly wiggle woggling down the road, you know. Oh, thank you, Red. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy your weekend. I shall see you next time. Thank you again for being here. Titanium's live at 9:15 tonight, p.m. They brought the complaint to PA. Right, so they should bring their asses, right? I spent a month and a half on the beach, and I want to go back. Which beach were you at, Cheesy? I'll bring you guys. I can't wait to be back at the beach. We're going to have a very fun weekend. Summer, not weekend. You should, Titanium. Do it. Do it. Do it. Texas? Oh, that's awesome. See? Lots of ones still. You file, you go there. I could not agree more. Oh, note to self, that's so sweet of you. Honquake. Honquake. It was a honquake. All day, every day. All right. Titanium, you doing it? Let me grab you just in case. Wait, this is your main. Hold on just a minute. Now, I know I have I'm subscribed to your backup, but it's not coming up. I'd miss Cheesy a lot. Come on down. I would love to be in Florida. I would love it. All right. Why aren't you coming up here? Well, here's Titanium's main channel. Well, I will be flying down right now, Jay. Just kidding. I wish I could. All right. Keep an eye out. Titanium's 9 o'clock tonight. What is this? Let's go. Let's go. YouTube's acting up again. So StreamYard when a thing comes up when you go live saying it's messed up. I don't know what that was. Oh, I'm biased to Australia. I would love to be in Australia. I will likely never be in Australia. Come to Florida in 2 weeks, Jess. What's happening in Florida in 2 weeks? Hey, True Crime Karens. I want to be you when I grow up. We're probably the same age. I'd love to spend a month or longer at the beach. I know. And after all the medical things you've been through, Cheesy, I'm really happy you were able to get that little break. I can't wait for the summer. Thank you, Rebel Soul. All right, guys, I'm officially out of here. Sorry, I don't have anywhere to send you off. Again, check out YouTube Bad Actors. Check out Just Saying. Keep an eye out for Nonsense. I think she says she may be going live. And if not, Titanium will be live, did you say 9:30 p.m.? Around that time. Here's the link. And yeah, I'll see you all around. Oh, Helene, I'm sorry. Hi. Bye.